A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new edition of the Hockey Happy Hour right here on A2DRadio.com. And as always, we are brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy. Listen, man, every once in a while, if you play sports or you're doing some kind of physical labor at work, you might get an ache or pain or two. And also, maybe you're a little worn down from the stress that is life. Go to Dr. Paul Vidal. You can visit him at Cherry Hill, Burlington, Princeton, New Jersey. Trust me, you go to him, you won't have any more of those problems. And you can find him on the web at www.specializedphysicaltherapy.com, folks. Visit Dr. Paul Vidal. You have no more problems, and everything's perfect. Today, folks, on the Hockey Happy Hour, we're going to be doing something great because it's time to celebrate. The playoffs are officially on the way. I'm Matt Tsutsuti, along with the Darkwing Brian Daly.
What up?
And the one and only Mr. Broken, Rob Povia.
As I ease on up like a reverse Collinsworth slide, yeah.
And let's see if we can find Gritty this week. Be a little... okay, I found him. He's in a very interesting spot.
Damn, too easy. Yeah, he's taking down some suds tonight.
And joining us...
He's not the only one.
Oh, boy. And joining us today for this special draft episode is the one, the only, the man who started this whole thing, the one responsible for all this, Mr. Tom Arnone.
With you, you son of a bitch, too. I mean, don't forget you're sleeping in the basement and being a big part of this. The hockey guy's here. I'm here to dominate. I appreciate the invite, boys. You know, and you don't wake up to lose, so giddy up and let's go. But this a PSA for the people. I will butcher a ton of names, maybe early in this draft, maybe late in this draft. So you can get on me all you want. My for sport, but I still know my hockey. So let's eat.
Let's see who does it more, me or him.
Let's find out. Maybe we should make that a counter. Like, can we get a counter going, Brodo? How many times Tom, Rob, or somebody butchers the name? I think that'd be fun.
Don't do this with him. Don't add things where he can crush us behind the scenes, please. That is what for enough guys.
Right.
I do it every week. It's just become a staple here of the show.
Right, he's gonna have enough on his hands keeping track of the players being selected. Come on.
Wikipedia. I'm going to Wikipedia for spelling.
All right, well, like I said, today, celebration time. We're going to be drafting our teams. And guess what? He's going to call it the screw-up meter, apparently, at the bottom of the clicker there. But anyway, so with that, we will be drafting our players from today's NHL. So we're not going to go back into the decades yet. We're going to do current active NHL players. That is the one rule we have. And we get to see who comes out with the ultimate team. And by the way, if you guys want to throw in a pick or two for yourselves, feel free to. Doesn't really mean that we're not going to read it. We're just going to see if we take your advice. Maybe even you might sway our opinion on a few things. Maybe.
Prism already on Twitter's got like 25, 30 names he's broadcasting out there. He's into it. Well, Prism.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's up, Prism?
What up, Priz? Well, listen, for the next now, all the draft series we've done here are for the next 8 to 10 years, right? So we're building a team for the future. So, you know, the number one pick could be a surprise for some people, and all picks could be a little surprise. And there might be some guys that don't get taken that you're like, whoa, that guy don't get drafted. Well, you know, I don't think anybody's trying to draft 32, 34-year-olds here. So we'll see how it goes. But just so the people know, for the next 8 to 10. 8 to 10.
Right. Save Penguins fans, save your now. Crosby slips. He's 32 years old, like my man just mentioned. Might not be drafted in the next 10 years, building for the next decade of teams.
Yeah, it'll be one of those few times that I'll actually have a legitimate excuse for not picking Crosby on something. All right, now let's see here.
Like you need one.
That's true.
Like you need one.
Hey, listen though, don't throw too much at me. I even stated here on this show, between the two, if I had to choose Ovechkin or Crosby, I would have taken Crosby. Just saying, I did say that on the show. But anyway, let's take a look at the draft order that we have going on here. That was drawn by our producer, Mr. Ryan Brodo. The draft order here at the bottom, picking first, Team Pove, then Team Brian, then I go, Team Matt, and of course, Team Tom in the 4th spot.
But a back-to-backer, though.
That is true.
Ooh.
Yep. We're
That's a
doing
prime
this.
spot.
Yeah, serpentine style. So, without any further ado, I guess we should kick off these festivities. Pove.
The
Go ahead.
one time I don't want the number 1 pick. Like I'd rather have the wraparound, hold a nice solid, line 1, maybe get my top line defenseman early. And I had a guy in mind. Prism knows what guy I'm talking about. This is the guy I wanted to draft him later. But at this point, with the number 1 seed, there's really only one way to go, and that's to pray to Jesus. And this doesn't count as a muff name, Connor McJesus.
Great pick, and you also love reach around, so don't you start lying.
Called out.
All right. So, with the
Damn.
number 1 pick in the draft, Pove selecting Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers. Now we go to the number 2 pick, Mr. Daly. Take it away.
First of all, want to show you guys this is what our team uniforms are going to look like.
What a shock.
Surprise, surprise. I'm going to go with the 2nd overall pick in the draft. I'm going to select his teammate, Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah,
Okay,
some might condemn me saying not going for Draisaitl number 1. He does have a 13-point lead on Connor McDavid this season and only a year older. I don't know. I was going for like the captain, the center. You know what I mean? But Draisaitl plays a strong center ice himself.
I mean, listen,
Yes, he
two
does.
great names, two great hockey players to get the party started. Young puppies, both under the age of 24. I mean, we're building for the future here. 2 great picks.
Yep.
absolutely. All
Two
right.
amazing.
So,
What's your the 3-hole?
yeah, so I am on the clock, and with my selection, I'm going to be taking the man that was taken in the draft along with Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews.
Son of a bitch. You're just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm over
First
here.
round.
I'm ready to go, and you pull that move.
It's a
All right.
natty
Got-
move. It's what he
you
does.
gotta take the best player available at that time, at least in the first round. Then you can start getting cute.
Well, I mean, I think a guy fell into my lap here too. Here, and we'll get to my reach round pick, but to get the party started, I know we hate the Boston Bruins here. I get it. I hate the Boston Bruins too, but the fact that this guy could have went 1 too, right? I mean, a lot of these guys could have went 1, but David Pastrnak from the Boston Bruins, 24 years old, right? You're trying to build something. This year before it went down, I mean, 48 goals, right?
Yeah.
47 assists. So a guy who's gonna do both, a playmaker. So that's how I'm gonna get my party started here. And then now you come with the reach around. And the reach around's interesting. Because I could go for another playmaker, or I know how you win in this league. And some of the Flyers here in Philadelphia didn't know and didn't understand for a while. And that was having a young goalie you can build your team around for the future. So I'm going to pull at the heartstrings of Philadelphia Flyers fans right now. And I'm going to take my Jesus, my savior here in Philadelphia, Carter Hart. I'm going to get him off the board now and build now my young foundation. Let's go.
All right,
Nice.
then.
Nicely done.
I
Maybe-
like because when you
Okay.
talk about young goaltending that's ready to win in the league right now, they're few and far between. Usually they take years to maturate. You see that with Brodeur. You saw that with Lundqvist. Hart doing it at this young age. Normally a goaltender that high would be a little too high, but I like it.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought maybe a little, and I thought the same thing. Like I was going to ask you guys, like a little high, maybe. Maybe it's a little high for him. Maybe I could have waited on him. But
it's questionable. It's like drafting Lamar or Patrick Mahomes in your fantasy football draft in those top rounds rather than waiting on a quarterback. There's different rules of theory in that, man. There's very few elite in this league in terms of goaltending anymore. So it's not exactly a terrible idea.
yeah, true. You're 100% spot on. You got to win by stopping the puck, right? I mean, if you don't stop the puck, you don't win either.
That's true.
No,
Absolutely.
you're right. You are absolutely 110% right. So, as per the rules of the Serpentine draft, that would mean that I'm up next. Okay, then let's find out what my choice will be.
Almost back-to-back picks. So you're in a good spot too, Maddie. Here,
Yeah.
There's another rule of thought. If you're not going to goaltender, well, you're building up the middle. You're building the strength of your forward lines. So you get an opportunity to do so. To see what you do.
Absolutely, but I'm also thinking too defense as well, because if you're not going to get the prized goalie that you want, you need to have a solid defense in front of him, because you can have a mediocre goalie, but if you've got Norris Trophy quality defense in front of him, that mediocre goaltender is okay. He can bail you out when you need to, but they'll get the job done. And since I am building up for the future, I might as well go with the man who was really doing well in a very important category for defense, and that's plus minus. And the man who was one of the major players in that at 24 years old, I'm going with Ryan Graves of the New York Rangers.
It's not a bad pick. That's a very under the radar pick. It's a very under the radar pick. I like Ryan Graves. Been a big fan. When we did our award show, he was one of my award winners. I believe I had him winning the Calder Cup or Calder Trophy.
I think you did. Yes. Thank you.
He's got a great lineage. That's for certain. And if you're drafting, that's important. You look at Christian McCaffrey. How you know what I mean? He took it up one over his daddy.
Yeah. Yeah. True. We're seeing a lot of that. A lot of those second generation kids, Kachucks, Domies, now Graves, keeps on going.
It's funny how you see it in every sport too. It's like, you copycat. Can daddy play? Oh, okay. I'm sure. I'm sure the son can play. So I love it. So now we get back to the Brian here, and then Pove gets what he's been waiting for, that good old reach around, and then we swing it back. So Brian Yuma's got 2 in a row in a way here too. And so Austin Matthews, Ryan Graves, to start his hockey club there, Team Sisudi, and now Brian up. So what direction do you go? Still young goaltenders on the board. Obviously, I didn't steal them all. there's still a lot of young talent. And then guess what? Do people say, I'll draft a 30-year-old because, I feel like I can win in the next 4 years. I can win 4 cups. So you look at it like that too.
Yeah, it's tough. Me, I want to build a team that's based off of the offense, a team that's going to be good on the power play, a team that's going to be good 5-on-5 in the offensive zone. So in order for that to happen, you got to get goal scorers. We got one goal scorer in Leon Draisaitl. I might shift him over to wing and let Nathan McKinnon take center. Because that's who I'm taking, Nathan McKinnon.
That was the guy I was talking about that I wanted to take in the first round, but I couldn't take him as early as the number 1 pick. He almost got back to me. Bastard.
Almost, but not quite.
Oh man, that's good. I like that. You have Draisaitl and McKinnon on the same line. Whoo, that's a devastating combo right there. Whew.
McKinnon can dish and score. A lot of goals. It's 80 goals between 2 players. I love it. Let's go.
Why do you think I went goalie early? Because I know what's going on out there. You know what I'm saying? I see I smell what we got going on.
You're trying to build the Penguins of the early 90s. Have a great offensive team, no defense, and have a strong goalie in the back end. So that way, if they fuck up, at least there's no goals getting scored on you. At least. Right. Oh, all right. Pove, what you got at the number 4?
Brian's got me scrambling. That was my man. Damn. All right. I'll pivot here.
Gotta always have a backup.
Yeah, I do have a good backup. He's just a little older than I wanted to go at this point at 28 years old. But man, you know what? Because I want a little more time to think about that, I have 2 picks in a row right now anyway. So I might as well get the second pick over with. This is who I would have picked with my second pick. And I'm going to go for my first goaltender, and that's Andrei Vasilevsky.
Woo.
That's a good pick. He's a good young goaltender.
Me and
Sure, he's
Poe,
got a bright future.
me and Poe were thinking alike a little bit here. This is what I thought could happen. Where
You
some
set
guys,
a trend.
yeah, some guys start thinking alike in terms of like, all right, well, we see a lot of snipers out there.
Yeah, man. How could I not go for player number 88? And he's only a couple years older than Hart, 25, and just really hitting his stride in his career.
And that's the main reason I took Hart over other guys, because he's so young.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, he's so young. It's like, and he's already proven he can play in this league. So go ahead. So now Pove, as he's thinking he's got another one here, Brian's right there on the bottom, family, and we'll continue to let that scroll for you when everybody's up.
Brodo, what name are you trying to spell? Because I can help you with that. Was it Vasilevsky?
You just copy paste.
It's all over the place. I'm like, it's like a ghost. I don't know what to do.
Right. Pull up fantasy hockey top 250 rankings, and you'll be able to just copy and paste their
Thank
position.
you. That'll save me time.
Gotcha, brother. There's no way I'm typing these names in. It was hard enough when we're doing it for the NBA, and they're easy names.
Well,
Some of them,
you have. I mean, you do have like names like Antetokounmpo and stuff like that rolling around there. So there are a few tough ones.
But then you nickname it. You know what I mean? You shorten it. We make things easier over on the basketball side of things, Matty.
Okay, true. I guess having a tough name in hockey that's a privilege. So you want to keep that.
So now Pove up with a big pick here. Big pick. Now he's waiting a minute.
I was thinking of, do you look at some of the elite talent in a Crosby, the Malkins, the guys the Ovechkins that are a little longer in the tooth but can still provide. I'm still going to wait on that, and I'm going to go with another youngster. This is a guy I was definitely very, very pro on when he was drafted back in, I believe, 2016. I'm going to go with Patrick Laine here.
Ooh, good name.
Ooh. It's a nice little under the radar move.
Yeah, man. Well, I figured it's good. It's a nice combo. He can play right wing. To Connor McDavid, that sets up for a nice tidy first line.
Yeah,
great.
Absolutely.
And you got your goalie too. So you mean that's a good 2 picks for you?
Yeah,
I think you came away winning right there.
I wanted to go up the center. I wanted to go 2 centers and a goalie. Kind of think about it like baseball. You want to draft like your center fielder, your second baseman, even a catcher to a lesser degree. But your pitchers, working up the middle. That's a similarity in hockey, but on a different level.
Absolutely, no, it truly is. Truly is.
All right then. So
got Brian back up.
Yep.
I'm debating if I'm going to go defense or if I want to go back to scoring.
Well, you never left, so.
Yeah.
It depends. What do you want your team to be?
You know what? I can't believe he's still on the board, but I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Nikita Kucherov, finish off that first line.
Okay. That's a good pick.
I was looking at him too. I just wanted to go a little younger. But was he 28, 27?
If that. I think he's still fairly young.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is on top of my head.
Playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, 26. And playing for the Tampa Bay Lightning, part of that famous triplets line. All right. Also, they should all be doing time for murdering the Detroit Red Wings. But anyway, all right. Let's see here. So, next up, we have, I believe, me. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you were up. You're ready to roll here.
So, with me, I'm going to go with a player that's on the north side of 25, but he's under 30. So, he definitely will be around for the future. I'm going left winger Artemi Panarin.
It's a great name, Matty. Great pick.
The
Yeah.
bread man.
I have to go with somebody to work with, good old Austin Matthews. I figured he'd be a perfect candidate to work with him.
Absolutely. Artemi Panarin, and he's another guy who knows how to dish and shoot the puck. He's a little more of a shoot first player, but he can dish.
That's true. But hey, at the same time, Connor McDavid, if he wants to be the disher and Artemi wants to be the sniper, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
There was a long time Gretzky he could shoot, but Gretzky also was a great passer, and Yari Curry was the sniper for a while. So it works.
As you see, Team Matt, Austin Matthews, Ryan Graves, Artemi Panarin, and now I'm up for 2 already with David Pastrnak and Carter Hart. So, I got my goalie there, so I'm comfortable there. And now everybody else has been looking up the middle. I'm going to go look up the middle, and I'm going to take Alexander Barkov from the Panthers.
Okay, then.
I like Barkov. That's a good move.
For 96 points, the only, single season franchise record, he's the first Panther to even place in that top 10 in scoring since, a guy who I love, and I know you guys love, Pavel Bure. So, I mean, good company to be in. I think he's only 25.
He's around there, yeah, 25, 26.
Yeah.
He hasn't been in the league long.
24, actually.
Yeah, I thought maybe
24.
that's what I have him as here, but I wasn't sure if that was right. So, yeah, 24.
Okay, then. Yeah, and obviously it's a good pick, and it's a sleeper pick because he's on the Panthers, and the Panthers haven't done anything in so long that you forget just how much talent is actually sitting down there on that Panthers squad.
No, it truly is.
Now, let's see here. So then you get your number 2 pick, right, right, Tom?
Yeah, I got to go back to back here and decide which way I want to go, and sort of give Rye a chance to catch up to. See, now I don't think this guy's been taken. I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to go defense here, and an easy one. I don't think he has been. There's only been one defenseman taken, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Seth Jones hasn't been taken, right, from the Blue
No,
Jackets.
he has not.
He's available.
So I'm gonna go. I got my center, I got my right winger, I got my goalie, and now I'm gonna move to the defense side because you look at a team like Brian, who I'm gonna have to face, and every team, honestly, all 3 of our teams are gonna score or gonna have the ability to score a ton of goals, right? So, I look at that 2 ways. I gotta be able to stop the puck, and I gotta be able to play defense. I gotta be able to play defense for 8 to 10 years. So I'm gonna go with a 24-year-old. And in my opinion, guy who I can build my defense around for the next 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, definitely a good choice there. Seth Jones obviously made a name for himself when he was playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's still there, of course. He started out in Nashville, then they traded him to Columbus,
We have
surprisingly.
like a bad 2017-18 little campaign.
It was something like that, and then I guess Nashville thought he was a bust, and so they sent him to Columbus. Next thing you know,
For
he takes
Subban,
off.
right? No, was it for Subban?
No,
Subban was
No, he
traded
went
from
to-
Montreal.
That's right.
So now, fam, you look at my squad here as now Brian's on the clock, and I got to sit now for a minute, so I'll be waiting. I got my right winger in Pastrnak, got my goalie in Carter Hart, got my defenseman in Seth Jones, got my center in Alexander Barkov, and I'm excited about my hockey team right now. And everybody should be excited about their hockey team, honestly, because we're all loaded. So,
If I can land these next 2 picks, I'm going to be in great shape.
yeah, Pronger's best friend says, I wouldn't draft anybody over 25 if you're building it for 8, 10 years. No, you don't till late. And I'm not trying to give away what I'm doing, but shit, I'll take Crosby late on my 4th line.
Right?
You know what I mean? They're going to play a little 4th line. Can you accept the role, honey? Can you accept it? That's where you go. That's where you go. I'll trade you a team both right now.
Kaner and Taves in that same ballpark. Yeah, they're gonna go late.
And listen, I know I'm a hockey guy, but I want your guys' opinion. Is that a good start to my squad, or is that Is that an exciting team to you guys, or is that meh?
I mean,
No,
Pasternak
you-
and Hart alone, just that it's an exciting team there. We know
Like
Seth Jones is
reaches,
top
no
notch.
reaches.
No, because what you're doing is you're building for the future. You have 4 players that all fit the certain positions to start building around. You have Pasternak as a forward. You also have Carter Hart as a goalie. Seth Jones as a D-man. And, of course, you have Barkov. But you've got all 3 of the major spots covered to build around them, basically.
True. Pove?
The first 2 are strong. The second 2, I think there's better talent in each respective position. But I like the guys, though. They're quality guys. I think you could have maybe got them later. But,
Fair.
you know.
Fair, because it's funny.
Yeah, I
I'm,
mean-
on I'm on like top 25, under 25, and it just depends on where you go, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they have Barkov 3rd, McKinnon 2, and McDavid 1. That's their top 3. So I was like, oh shit, and they have Matthews 4, which I don't agree with at all. You know, we're talking. I think Matthews is better than Barkov. You know what I mean? So I don't agree with that one bit. So it just depends on where you're sort of looking. The same thing, you know. That's how it's going to happen for me, boys. Because obviously, when you talk about being your 4th sport out of all of them, you know what I mean. I gotta go a little less. There's got to be a little less involved.
I mean, I got a list too. I ain't gonna lie.
There'd be no less. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, Proto liked the Seth Jones pick. Real easy name to spell.
I did it for him.
I like Joseph Horakowski's comment saying that I'm already over the salary cap.
Yeah, no cap, boys. No cap.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're all over the cap now at this
Yeah.
point.
But this is where it gets tricky, guys. Okay, this is where it gets tricky because you got to remember something. You can't have 5 right wingers, right? You can't have a right winger play left wing. So as this moves on, that's where it can get a little tricky.
Yeah,
You know, you can't have too many defensemen. So just some things to remember as we move forward here in what's going to be a draft. But listen, family, continue to chime in. Let us know. I mean, who's leading the pack? Who's struggling like myself? And let us know, please.
I'm gonna
right,
take it a step further, and I'm gonna try to go left-handed defenseman paired with right-hander, so I can play them positioning on the boards when they got to go back and clear the puck. I'm gonna try to go that in deep. It depends on how many of these I have. I'm gonna go grab one for one. Guys, be okay? Pretty good?
Yeah, one
All
in a
right.
row. So now Brian's back up here, and
Yeah.
you know a guy who's
Oh,
really
Matty.
doing the light lamps. No, Matt is.
Matty's
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because I'm 3. Yeah. Okay, so my next
Looking
pick,
at you, Brian. No.
it's all right. It's you got distracted. I understand.
It's all good.
Distracted, Matt. I'm not distracted. Don't you start. I'm fine.
All right, so my next pick. Now I know that we've been picking a lot of young, but one thing is I have a young D-man that I'm building around. I'm going to get other D-men that are going to be around his age range, but I need a veteran leader who's going to help develop his talent. So that way, when we keep moving forward, we're going to have a very solid defense for years to come. And this player is not north of 30, so that definitely helps out. I'm going to go with defenseman from the Tampa Bay Lightning, Victor Hedman.
Okay.
I like
Good. You
that
weren't
pick.
going after mine. You made me nervous.
You. Is that your second Lightning guy?
Yes, I think so.
Look at you, cutie pie. I see where you're going. You know what I mean? Copycat league. Copycat. That's a great pick there, man. Copycat. Yeah. You listen, every team's going to be loaded up here. I know Poe just got some love from Joseph. So Poe, he says he's his favorite personality on the show, so he's got to go Poe based just on that alone. So fair.
Oh, I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
Brian's ego just got deflated.
There's not much of an ego left.
Right?
I'm sitting over here with McDavid, Lonnie, and Bazzi, man. I'm looking prime.
Yeah.
Ready to pounce.
And I don't like your tactics. I don't like your tactics over there, Pove, because you could have just went along and said, "Yeah, Tom seems good. I like what you did." Hey, you know what I mean? And you already put me down.
So speaking
Brother,
of
that's
Poe,
next week.
yeah, that is next week for
Brian,
Brian.
top 4.
Oh,
Okay,
at
so
least I cracked
let's
the top 4.
yeah. So I believe next pick is Rob,
No,
or is it Brian?
Brian.
That's right.
Brian's up, and then Pove with the infamous reach around coming up very, very shortly here. Right
So
now,
I'm going.
Brian, obviously, you'll see his names down here in a second. Then you can see somebody had a Chris Pronger.
Chris Pronger.
So
I'm
where do you go now, Brian? Where do you go now? This is a big question.
I'm going to go defense here since I basically do have that back-to-back. I'm going to get my first defenseman. I'm going to stick with the trend. There's going to be a little bit of a trend in my next 2 picks. I'm taking the Calder nominee, brother to New Jersey Devil centerman, Jack Hughes. I'm taking Quinn Hughes as my defensive leader. One of
Oh,
the
nice
best
choice.
young offensive defenseman in the league right now.
Good choice.
I think that's a great pick. That's exactly where my head was at, Brian. I was like, I'm going to get another forward to complete that first line. And then I'm going to get a young defenseman, Hopper, a guy that can quarterback power play for years to come. Quinn Hughes was my number 1. So I got to go with my number 2, and at least I get a little taste of Colorado in this matter. And I'll go with
You asshole.
Kale Mocker. That's right.
Oh, I got to take him off my chart here.
You take Pove? I missed it.
I took Kale Mocker, young defenseman out of Colorado, right-handed shot. Rookie season this year, only 21 years old. Have a pretty bang-up season. 12 goals, 50 points overall, which is second behind Hughes. So it's like you forced my hand, Brian. Like I didn't want to take Mocker because I know that's your guy, right? But you grabbed Nate, so it's like tit for tat.
Love it.
It's all right. You'll like my next pick.
I'm sure I do, man. Me and you are going to be robbing each other this whole draft. It's going to be glorious.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Yeah, just a spot you two are at. You know what I mean? You're going to be stealing from each other all day.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right, so enough dilly-dallying. I'll go with my second pick. And like I said, I kind of want that top line. So I'm looking at a left winger here. And I'm going to just cruise straight over Brad Marchand because nobody wants that licking motherfucker. And no, you know what? I'm going to hold off. I'm going to get my second center iceman, Jack Eichel.
Fuck. Really thought he would fall to me. I really had a weird feeling he was going to fall. Great pick, Pove. That's a guy so underrated to me. He plays in a shit franchise. Doesn't get the credit he deserves. One of the best 5-on-5 snipers in this league. There's not many more guys who score better on 5-and-5. He just doesn't get the credit. I mean, when you play for a bad team, that's what happens. It's every sport besides the NBA, right? I mean, superstars don't win on their own. You need talent around, and the Buffalo Sabres have not done a good job of that so far.
They have not. And that's part of the reason why.
22, right, Pove?
Yeah.
23, I believe.
He is
I'll
23.
look it up for you, I think.
No, I mean, either or.
But there's a reason why they fired their GM, and they've been a garbage organization for a while.
23.
So.
Yeah. Because Jack Eichel actually did say, I'm tired of losing, and that pretty much did get him fired.
Now, Brian up. Now, does he go defense again? Does he try to flip the switch, or he said there was something coming? So I'm interested to find out what.
Unfortunately, he took my pick, so I'm going to stick with the same team, though.
You were going back to back.
I was going back-to-back defenseman.
Ooh, right on.
But I'm going to stick with the same team, and instead, I'm just going to blow his ass out of the water offensively. I'm going to take Miko Virtanen.
Ooh,
Okay.
you bastard.
Okay.
I'm going to light Bossy up. Let's go. Light his ass up.
By the way, I think only one Flyer has been picked, and no Ducks have been picked so far.
Ducks have no offense. I'm not expecting any Ducks to get picked. Well, maybe one.
Yeah, I was going to say. There was at least one that I could see possibly getting picked. But, all right. So that will be my turn now. Okay. So the next guy that I'm going to be picking on my list, he's going to finish off my top line. And, well, he already has plenty of history with Austin Matthews. I might as well add him in, Mitch Marner.
Ooh, good pick.
Nice pick.
Like you're
Nice pick.
really dabbling over there in teammates that are successful with each other, which is going under the radar here a little bit, boys. Going under the radar
Absolutely.
a tad. What Maddie's pulling off over there quietly. Not a fan of it.
Guys that already have chemistry. Him and Austin Matthews are dirty together. I hate it. I don't like it.
And it won't take them long to get Artemi Panarin up and running too with that system.
It's right. I can't really say the same. I can't say anything different. I got McKinnon and Rantanen, so they're on the same line together.
Yeah,
They're filthy. Part of the highest scoring line in all of hockey.
Yeah, so there you go.
All right, so now it's time for me, right? And I already have one defenseman. I have my goalie, so I'm gonna obviously continue the young trend right now, and I'm gonna go to the Ottawa Senators, and I'm gonna take, I believe, 23-year-old Thomas Chabot. Probably didn't even say his last name right, but that doesn't matter. And that's the direction I'm going to go. A young,
All right, then.
now, granted, the resume is not huge yet, right? But guy, 14 goals, 41 assists, 55 points in 2019, right? So a guy who dishes the puck well, in my opinion, but young enough to where I don't need him to be my main defenseman right now. He's going to play on my first line, right? But I don't need, he wasn't my first defenseman pick. So, thoughts on the pick, boys?
I like it.
Yo,
I like it. I think it's a good pick.
Actually, guys, my stream cut out for a little bit there. Brian, could you repeat your pick? And Tom, could you repeat yours?
Yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Mine was Mikko Rantanen.
That's right.
And mine was Thomas Chabot, or Chabot, however you say his last name.
Chabot, you had it right.
Thought it was right the first time. It felt right. Felt right,
That's
man.
right.
Sorry, I thought it was Chabot because I thought it was French for a second.
Good big.
Just felt right coming off the tongue.
Yeah.
That's so right when it touches your lips.
That's what they say about a lot of French things, right? All right.
So now my reach around, I'm just going to finish off my first line here. I have my right winger and Pasternak. I have
a center.
I have a center in Barkov, and now I'm going to go to the old left wing spot, and I'm going to take a guy from the Calgary Flames who is only 22 years old. Is Matthew Tkachuk.
All right.
You're going to have some grit on your team, I'll tell you that.
Aggressive son of a bitch. So
yeah, he is. Just
I can light the lamp enough. You know what I mean? I mean, a guy, he had 34 goals and 43 assists in 2019. So, 2018, 2019 season.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I don't have off my head what he did this year, what he was rolling with, but that was last year. So,
I mean, fairly similar numbers for the most part. Like I said, you're going to bring in a guy who can score, but he's also a very gritty player. He's going to get under a lot of people's skin, and that'll help. That'll definitely help. And
I know you guys will agree. It feels good to have a line done. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It feels good to have a line, you know, your goalie in place, and your first one jumping over the boards, you know, in a big spot. You know what I mean? So it's exciting to have that. And now is where it can get interesting for a lot of teams, right? Because now you're like, okay, well, like to me, like I'm built for the future. I don't have a guy over 25 years old. You know what I mean? So like all of us. So now you feel like you're good. So now you can, in my opinion, when it maybe comes back to me, because I have a reach around, is where I can reach but not reach. You know what I mean? Maybe get a guy that I might only get 5 years out of, but I can get 5 damn productive years out of him. You know, and there's a lot of guys that are on that like 29 to 31-year-old age right now that are really good hockey players that I believe in the next swing around or so, you're going to start you guys as a family watching are going to start seeing some of these guys trickle off the board a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's why sometimes you see that Joseph Horikoff saying, Tom, don't be that guy who drafts his backup kicker in the 7th round.
Did I do that? I mean, did I do it? Oh.
No. The equivalent of the backup kicker would be drafting the backup goalie right now. That would basically be what
I didn't think about it, Matty. All right? I didn't think about all the goal scoring out there. You know, when Carter starts, you know,
just in case.
Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm struggling.
Yeah, I'll go get Brian Boucher out of retirement. Have Boucher back him up. Oh, all right.
So I got Pronger. You can have Boucher.
Oh, okay.
So now Matty up again.
Yes. And with my pick, let's see here. I think I'm going to finally pick a goalie. And I'm going to go with USA, born and raised, Winnipeg Jet, Connor Hellebuck.
And that's USA raised, right? I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean,
you couldn't pay me to say the name right.
That's one of the few
I can have you try and spell.
Seriously, that's one of the easier ones.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Can somebody spell that? Just pretend. Just pretend. Somebody freaking spell that, please.
I'll spell Hellebuck for you. HELLEBUYCK.
Maddie, I'm going to need you to do that one more time for me.
Okay. I'll say it slow.
Pace, Ryan.
HELL. That's the one that goes like this.
Yes.
Double hockey stick.
Yeah. BUCK.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a little class, Matt.
I like it, Maddie. It's a younger, up-and-coming goaltender. And because the hockey guy started the trend early, you kind of had to go Hellebuck there because now it's where it starts getting thin in terms of young talent and having to reach for an older goaltender, which may not be a bad thing, but certainly not for the 8 to 10 year mark that we're shooting for the show here.
Yeah, and I don't know if you get much younger than my squad, by the way, too, just to rub salt on wounds. That's all I'm saying. I got nothing else to say. I just feel like I'm 2 years younger than everybody else if you added up the ages.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the finals. We'll win the first one, then you come back and kick our ass the following.
Ralphie never did what he was supposed to do.
You gotta get through me first.
Ralphie was supposed to simulate all our A2D draft seasons and see who came out on top. You know what I mean? And just let him run. He was supposed to let him run for like 8 years and see who had the most chips. And
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that did not age well.
All right. So since I'm up, I'm going to take a bold move here. I'm going to go goaltender. I'm not going to go young goaltender because I'm in a mood. I'm in win now mode. In the first year, I'm in win now mode. I want to win. I want to be the first one off the bat. I want to be the inaugural winner. I'm going to go with Boston Bruins goaltender Tuukka Rask.
Okay.
No,
well,
it's a great pick. My only thing I'm going to say to you is that at some point now, with your second one, right, you're going to have to you're gonna have to go with a pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all. But that's
I
a
got
great.
one of mine.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. As long as you have that like backup plan in mind for a puppy, you're fine. In my opinion, like that's a great pick, and I expect this shit to start happening. Right? You're in win now mode. We're all goddamn win now mode. Right? Brian just throws that freaking crumb out to the people. They're like, yeah, he's right. He's in win now mode. He's got the best team.
Don 19 saying Don 19 saying Tom and Ryan need to have a spelling bee of hockey players' names.
Don, kiss my ass, okay? I love you. Kiss my ass.
Oh, that would be great, though.
Tonight. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
Glad to have you, Don. I see you a lot on a lot of the other shows, so it's good to have you on the show, bud.
Love
But
you.
if we're gonna do that, we're gonna go all the way with it with the spelling bee. We're gonna have the fans pick the names just to screw with you guys, just that much, because you don't know if they're making it up or not.
You're a crumb.
Today's crumb of the day, Matt Sudi. Why? Because he's making me spell hockey names.
You can't get. I'll tell you one thing. You can't get mad at the family if they want to chime in with names down there. I know another draft series. People are like, "Don't chime in names." Well, then you're not gonna. Easy, Pronger's best friend. Okay, easy.
Yeah.
Matt, Matt's gonna need all help to get here late.
I told you Prism went deep, man. He went deeper than me. Shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He's getting into players that may start AHL and then come up as backups.
Hey, building for 8 to 10, man.
So now Maddie's drafted another Tampa Bay Lightning, I assume.
No, it's on me. I think I have the back-to-back at this point.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if Maddie. I didn't know if Matt went right and Brian just went.
Yeah,
So now,
I think wrap it around that way.
Now we're on Poe for the infamous wraparound. Where's Gritty? Is he behind you? There's his hand.
He's
I say her. Where does Pope go now? I got a weird feeling on one of these picks, but that's just me. Maybe we had a conversation. Maybe we didn't after the pool party. I'm not here to confirm or deny, but I just got a weird feeling it's coming soon, and that's all I'm going to say to the people. Might not be now, but it's coming.
Now, your intuition's correct, my friend, because I was going to lead off this back-to-back. I got my 2 picks already prepared because these are the 2 picks that are about to crush this draft right now. You ready? You got your pants on? You got your big boy pants on? I'm going for a guy that should be on the left wing, but's been playing center for the Detroit Red Wings, so he's going to play on my left wing, and that's Dylan Larkin.
Woo, love Dylan, dude.
okay.
Speed City. Uncle Speed
City.
I mean, dude, freaking flies.
Yeah, he does.
Flies.
You
Love
put him on the left wing. He could have potentially play on the same line as Connor McDavid. You got nothing but speed on that line now.
Yeah, it's gonna be
nothing but speed on that line.
That's gonna be McDavid, Lonnie, Larkin, and yeah, Larkin's been he's been floundering a little bit with Detroit, but like I said, just like G, where you saw Claude Giroux and you saw his his metrics, his statistics go up when they were able to slide him over to left wing as a smaller center iceman. It's going to do him a world of wonders in this fantasy land that I live with here in hockey happy hour land history here. But 23 years old, he definitely fits the criteria. This guy doesn't so much, but I refuse to allow him to split.
No, can I say one thing real quick before you pick? The thing I like about your squad is you took 2 guys in Eichel and Larkin that, in my opinion, have a ton of freaking talent. Tons, and they just play for bad hockey teams.
Yeah.
So, I think it's not under the radar because everybody knows them, but it's under the radar because they might not be the sexy names. Like Eichel should be a sexy name, right? He should be. If he played anywhere decent, if they made the playoffs one time, he'd be a sexier name, right? And the same thing with Larkin, because when Larkin first came up, that was still a decent hockey team, right? And I think that he got love early on, and then he faded to the eyes of the public maybe a tad because that hockey team faded talent wise. So I just love them 2 picks. That's all. That's why I had to get that out before. before this.
Absolutely.
You're spot on, buddy, because I actually drafted in my fantasy hockey league Dylan Larkin for that rookie season. And yeah, he did blow up when he had talent around him. So Pope's putting talent around him again, and he'll be successful. Now, this next dude's a little older, but it kind of fits like where Maddie's been centering on between like the 25 and 30. And I refuse to allow him to drop any further. And that's Mika Zibanejad, New York Rangers.
That's a good one. He's a
I was
versatile
looking at
player.
him.
He can play on the wing as well.
Good
Yeah.
one. It's not a good one.
I was looking.
It's not. Shut up, Matt. It's not. Because now this is
Q Brodo trying to get the name spelled.
this is twice. Okay, Matt? Started with Eichel, and now it's again. And I know he's far away in picks for me. I get it. But this is typical Italian shit, living in each other's head. No, thinking the same way. It's just. I went from having a time. I love Larkin too. Like he literally took two guys again. So three guys that I would have definitely taken if they came back to me. That's how upset I am right now, Matt. Okay, but go ahead. And I'm sorry. Not my show.
With the I don't know 12th pick in the draft, I guess.
I feel like 98th.
Feels like it, but it's not.
Like with my hockey death. You know what I mean? Like, are we done?
That's what the NHL feels like by the 7th round.
One line and out.
That's usually my
I'm gonna
Saturday night. One line and out.
Love it. Baby. That's my Saturday night early 2000s. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Do it.
Pure slope style. Yeah.
All right, so with this pick, I'm going to start my two-way play. I'm going to start picking up some guys who can dish the puck, who score the puck, but can also play some really pretty damn good defense for an offenseman. And take Bruin centerman Patrice Bergeron, as he is the best two-way player in hockey.
Good place to take Bergie. Absolutely.
Leader.
Plug him right into the second-line center.
Yeah, and he's a strong leader. Obviously, captain. Well, he would be. Wait a minute. Did he get the C again? I forget. Was Char still the captain over there in Boston?
Char's still the captain. As long as he's on the roster, he's still going to be the captain.
Okay, but let's be honest here. Once Char retires, Bergeron clearly is going to get the C. He has to.
He should.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's that good. All right. So, it's my turn now. Okay, then. Let's see here. Who was I looking at again? Oh, yes, that's right. I was going defense in this round. Okay, so in the defensive department, I am going to be picking a gentleman who is at the bright old age. Let me see here. He is only 26. Okay, cool. Plays for the Carolina Hurricanes, Dougie Hamilton.
Bless your soul. I
I like
thought
it.
you were talking about my guy.
As long as you ain't talking about my guy, we're good.
Yeah, I figured Dougie Hamilton, he'd be a good person to have slated in here. If you have Ryan Graves, who's going to be my defensive leader for the future, you could pair him with either Victor Hedman, or you can have him work with a guy who's just about almost as young as he is, but has more experience than Dougie Hamilton. It could definitely add some benefit to the blue line.
Absolutely. He's also got a wicked shot from the point as well, so he could really help that power play on your team there, Matty.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nice little team there, Joe.
Yeah, love the Kevin Hayes pick. And Sean Couturier. He's the number 2 two-way player in hockey.
I like the Braden Point. Braden Point,
Yeah,
right on
me too.
point.
Me too. Ah, man.
Oh, I see what you did there.
I got something interesting for you boys.
Okay.
Because I've been sitting here and I know it's for the next 8 to 10 years. And I think when you look at my first line, like a lot of guys' first lines, I'm really young. Really young. Not that everybody's not young, but I feel really young. So I feel like I'm okay to go in a direction a little bit older right now, and maybe a lot older. Actually, a lot older. And I don't even give a rat's ass right
You're
now.
picking Yager, aren't you?
No. Well, I don't even want to say close because it's not close. I mean, this is a Hall of Fame player, first ballot guy. I mean, this isn't even a question mark. And obviously one of my favorite players in the National Hockey League, and a guy who finally got over the hump. Right, a guy who the only thing missing was a cup, boys. The only thing missing was a cup, and he got his cup. And I'm going to take Alexander Ovechkin, and I'm going to get a flat-out freaking goal scorer, regardless of the fact that, listen, we know it. I mean, a little longer than 34 years old. I can't get another 3 years out of him. I mean, in 68 games this year, he had 48 goals. You know what I mean? 48 goals in 68 games. I mean, the production's still there. When I look at Crosby, I look at Malkin, the production is in his air still. Even though they're 2 years younger, this guy's a racehorse. I mean, when you talk about a racehorse, they don't stop running. He might play another freaking 5 years. He's different. He's different. He's an animal. He's a specimen. I mean, he's a guy who's created in a lab. Okay, in Russia. He was literally created in a lab in Russia, and this video get taken down because of this. And then look at him. Look at him. Do you think he's stopping? Does anybody think he's stopping?
Nope.
He's
No,
stopping for another 3 years. 4 years.
He's the best pure goal scorer.
So what
He's
Tom
the
is
best
saying
pure
is
goal scorer
he is of this generation. He absolutely is.
of all time.
And-
He's going to break Gretzky. He's going
It's
to break
possible.
Gretzky's record. No,
But
it's
I will-
possible. It's going to happen.
I will say this. So what Tom is saying is that Ovi is a test tube baby. He was made by the Red Army because they assumed that the Soviet Union was still going to be around all this time. But now that it's collapsed, they just still raised him and said, "Here, go play hockey, Ovi." And that's what happened. He wound up on the Capitals.
Oh my gosh.
Done and done. So now I'm going to go really young, boys. Okay, I'm going to go. See this one. This one's an interesting one here. I can go two directions. Do I want to go defense? Since I just went and got a goal scorer, and the fact that we got, I got an older guy, which is fine. Do I want to go with a 20-year-old puppy? A guy who lived up to expectations early. This year, still a guy that he's just so young. There's so much development, but I think I'm going to go Rasmus Dahlin from the Buffalo Sabres.
Gotcha.
That's not a bad pick. He was a former number one pick overall, and he's one of the few bright spots with Jack Eichel that's on that Buffalo Sabres team.
Brad, the only 18-year-old defenseman in NHL history to reach a 40-point mark, right?
Yep.
I mean, the only one in NHL history. So, because the assists are there. I mean, you can see the playmaking ability of dishing the puck, right? I don't need my defenseman to score. Can they play D, right? And can they dish the puck, right? Can you play defense and dish the puck and skate?
He can.
And I think it's check, 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 right, boys?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason I went really young there is because of Ovechkin. Now I had to go even younger to make that age differential when it's all said and done. Really young, if that makes sense.
Nope.
No, it does.
All right.
It definitely does.
Well, the seal has been broken, boys. I don't know how many times I'm going to be having to leave this draft now. But who was the second guy you went with there, Thomas?
Rasmus Dahlin,
Like it.
whatever how you say his name.
Deline.
I knew it, Matty. I knew it, Matt. I just knew it had a weird little hiccup to the end of her. You know what I mean?
Weird little hiccup right over the eye.
Freaking unbelievable. But I love it because I went 34, but I went 20, and then you average that age out, and it's still puppyish. And I went defenseman, and that's my second line defenseman, and he dishes the puck well. And guess who's on that line? Well, Mr. Alex Ovechkin.
Nice. That is good. I like that.
Now you all going to shit
like
on my in here? Where's all the comments? You shitting? Who's shitting?
And then the screw up meter's going up to 4. Let's see. Pronger's best friend in the whole wide world, saying I have Darlene one spot behind Hiskainen. Good pick, Tom.
Thanks, brother. Velcro coming out the lip.
Oh man.
And Ovi is a tank built like Lambo.
He is. It's like,
Pretty much.
it feels like somebody who'll never end. You know what I mean? Like Brady's body, you're like, yeah, Brady will end one day and he's still playing. Like freaking Ovechkin, 8-10 years, he might give me the 8. Maybe on the
This
fourth
is actually-
line.
This is what I wanted to say before I went to the can. I mean, he's been saying his kudos of how he can just eclipse Gretzky's goal scoring record because he hasn't been slowing down anytime soon. So you're going to get at least 5 years between 35 and 50 goals. That's nice.
At least.
That's how I feel, Robbie. That's what we're thinking alike tonight, babe.
I mean, Ovi has only had one season in his career. One season where he had 30 or under. Everything else has been 40, 50, or 60.
Was he hurt that year at all, Bri?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
I was just curious if there was like a reach around there. Well, by the way, he was hurt that year. You know what I mean?
I mean, he may have been. I don't have his stats right in front of me, but
Well, if I stay correct, I think they were transitioning coaches at one point, and I think that may have had something to do with it.
I have a funny feeling it was the year. It was a shortened year. It was the CBA year where they played 48 games. I
The
think that was
48 game
season.
year. Okay, gotcha.
That's what I was waiting to chime in. I want to talk over your boys. That's exactly what it was. It was due to a strike shortened year. And really quick talking about the CBA, it's being voted on as we speak, or it should be voted on by the end of Friday. So that'll be the final picture for this year's playoffs and just a successful CBA moving forward. I read through it, boys, real quick though, and I was disappointed with one thing. According to sources, the new CBA calls for a flat salary cap of $81.5 million for next season, where it's going to remain until the league hockey-related revenues reach $4.8 billion, which was the amount projected for this season before it was paused. Now, unfortunately, especially for teams like our Flyers, Matt and Tommy, that who are up against that salary cap, it was due to rise between 84 million with a 0% inflator and even upwards to 88.2 million with a 5% inflator. Instead, it's going to remain where it's been for now. And I don't know if that'll be the duration of the 6 years. It's great to have the peace and serenity to have something in place for 6 years pending, the proposed, accepted vote that we'll be seeing from the NHLPA tomorrow. But I was looking forward to the Flyers being able to have a little bit more salary cap, maneuverability.
Yeah. Don, I need the earpiece. Like I need like the, like the Secret Service gets like with the name. Just
Oh man, that's good.
Me too, yo.
Oh, then all you need is the
that
shades.
sucks for the Flyers. Of course, Flyers.
I
all
mean,
time.
real quick before Matty takes his pick, is that going to be for the next 4-year extension that they're voting on, or is that going to be just the brand new CBA overall?
That's a 4-year extension. So, we still have 2 years on the current one and then 4 years after. So it'll be a total of 6 from what I
just
saw.
want to make sure that was the one. Because
Yeah.
I know they said one of the things they were waiting on for 3 and 4 phases was the CBA extension for 4 years.
Right. Exactly. Now, I mean,
that makes me feel good, Damien. Thank you.
your boy supporting you, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you gotta understand there's a lot of lost revenue sales, obviously, with the pandemic. So this was proposed before. It was maybe as late as March that this plan was in effect before the world decided to implode.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, Matty, you're up.
All right. For me, going back to the forwards, I'm going to start my second line. And Tom should be here because I am picking a Tampa Bay Lightning now.
I'm here, man. I don't know where, babe.
Okay. I am picking Braden Point to center my second line.
I mean, this guy is the king of the copycat. How's the copycat? When did this happen?
It
Think you know a guy. I'm waiting for him to start a new platform. Now, I mean, he's like the copycat. He might start a new platform next week.
Well, we're gonna call it M2D
A2M.
Radio. Oh, A2M.
Agree to that.
On Pornhub, that means an entirely different thing.
Yep. Don't Google that.
Don't Google that.
With the safe search off, at least.
Nah, respect.
No.
Matt, you know what you need to do one night though? Like down the road, you just need to come sleep over one night again. Like
That
not
would
like
be-
nothing sexual, family. I mean, like when we started this puppy, we spent a lot of nights together, late, on a live stream, 6 years.
But
You're
lots of nights playing NHL 18, or no, not 18. What was it? 13, I think it was. We were playing.
I'm
Where
figuring
we
out
were
how to do this shit, bro, before anybody was doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
besides- yeah.
I was in danger, Ryan. Don't you start. You remember he was in danger there. He put the microwave on for 45 minutes one night. Who's in danger? With chicken
did.
nuggets. Hey, go with
I did. I did do that. I will admit.
I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't in a little danger too, but I mean, really, if we're going to be honest, I mean, we almost blew the house up for chicken nuggets. You know what I mean? Like, don't you put that on me, A2D Hub.
I mean, I had a few A2D. I mean, mentally, sometimes I wasn't always there, so maybe I was just subconsciously trying to end it all, and that's why I did it. But anyway.
I love you. There was a lot of freaking great memories, and it's like it's the memories of how you start something big, and you'll never forget like the beginning of it, like the flat tire going to do the high school game I got on like the first gig we ever got, right? And I blow a tire out getting on, and and that was we was trying to figure out how to live stream. It was crazy. It was crazy. But listen, baby, look at us now. Look at us now, Maddie. So now, Mr. You know what? A guy who I thought started strong and has died off a little bit, Mr. Daly, now up.
Oh, I didn't die off. Don't you worry about me. I got you.
I got this.
To be honest, if anybody dies off in this, we all should stop talking hockey immediately.
Absolutely.
I feel like he's
real
about to
quick.
return the favor to me right now. I feel it. I feel it.
It's possible. It's possible. Real quick, Maddie, but if you do go back over to Tom's, make sure you close the hentai when you're done.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Make
yeah,
sure you do that. You
Yeah.
have Tom walking into that again.
No, I mean just go on your own channel. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how many
I
pictures?
don't even know this was that. He's got like
That's
75 pictures of my face on it.
Brodo. Yeah, that's the Pugsley picture because we all decided who got the Addams Family role. So he got Pugsley because I said so. But
Pretty much because you said so. All right, so with my pick here, I'm gonna try and strengthen my defense a little bit. I'm gonna go a little closer to 30 here. I'm gonna take St. Louis Blues captain Alex Pietrangelo. Me, my defensive leader. Pietrangelo is that guy.
definitely.
Help take a team that was at the bottom of the barrel to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. So let's go.
Hell yeah, Don.
Don.
Hell yeah.
A
Come
little
on
long
by.
in the tooth, little long in the tooth, but you do need that veteran leadership on the defensive core for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Don, I mean, I always see you Wednesday and Sunday. You should be on every night, babe. I mean, they're every night. Every night. You got this one. I see you on the football stuff. You know what I mean? But we're here for everything, my man. You know it. We got you covered.
All sports, all the time. Baby.
So
Okay,
now
Don,
Uncle
I
Rico
see you.
is a couple deep. He's a couple deep now. He's a few deep.
I'm so glad you didn't go there because you went the position, but I think I can get that experience still in a younger body than Pietrangelo. And I'm going home. I'm going homer with this pick. This is my first homer pick of the draft. I'm going Ivan Provorov here to Pale with Kyle Mocker.
Great pick, Bobby.
Very
Great.
good.
Son of a bitch. I have a couple
my
flyers.
wraparound pick.
Another guy you have your choice now. Who will quarterback? I think Kale's going to quarterback, but Provy. If you want to pair them together, I am going to pair them together because it's the lefty and righty. So I could play Mocker on right D, Provy on left D, and he can stay at home more and just crush motherfuckers like he does, and maybe sneak in for a goal or two. Put up some helpers. So I like it. I think it's a good pick. It fits with the young, sort of mystique of this team here. I think I got to go older though. I think this is where I got to go older for one of my left or right. Yeah.
We're thinking alike, brother. I'm excited.
Yeah, so I gotta try to fill. There's a lot of talented left wing of wingers to choose from here, and with Ovi off the board. And this is gonna be a tough. This is the toughest pick for me. I was gonna go with another flyer, but nah. I gotta go Jonathan Huberdeau, Florida Panthers.
Good pick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good pick. He's seen some unfortunate injury issues, but when he's healthy and he's on the ice, he's a very productive player.
I think he'll pair well with Jack Eichel. I mean, he's still not that much older. He's still within that 25 and 30 year age, at 27. And I still don't think we've seen the best from Huberdeau as well. When he was drafted, 2011 draft, he's been really reared well by the Panthers. Maybe another example of a guy like Eichel, like Larkin. Maybe there's a little theme in my team where guys that are undervalued for the talent that they really bring to the ice.
Sure.
Absolutely.
It's a great pick, Pov. Another great pick.
Okay. So, next up is Bry again, if I stand correct.
No, you're correct.
You're correct.
You're correct. My turn. So I'm going to go defense again, and I'm going to take one of the best young up-and-coming defensemen in the league, and I'm building a team similar to Maddie's, where he's going Tampa Bay. I'm going to stick with Boston. Why the hell not? They're the best team in the league. I'm going to go with Charlie McAvoy. Can't believe he's actually still on the board, boys.
Oh, yeah, dude. No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Solid defense.
Yeah, go ahead, Pov. Sorry.
No, solid pick there, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, same thing. And I was going to just one more is there's so much, there really is. I mean, when you're scrolling through and looking, there's still a ton of young talent available in this town period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now it is my turn, and let's see. Oh, Don saying everybody got good teams. I don't know who is in first place.
That's what we're waiting on. Waiting for you. You tell us.
And everybody got good. Yeah, okay, he's saying the same thing. Okay, now let me see here. What do I got? Oh, I think I'm going back to offense now. And I'm going to go older here for veteran leadership, but not too old. Only 32. Patrick Kane, right wing.
Oh, you whore.
All right, Maddie. That's what I was looking at for my next pick. Yeah, I like that.
You dirty pirate hooker.
At least I'm a pirate hooker. That's a step up from being on the corner. But anyway.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? That's some realness. So I feel great right now because two guys that I've had circled are still here. Wasn't sure if either one would get here because I got the theme happening. I mean, there's a flat out theme happening outside of Ovechkin for team hockey guy, and with my center on my second line at the age of 21 years old, Elias Peterson.
You're a pirate hooker too. I'm just putting that out there.
I'll be the first to confirm.
Well
beautiful
done, Tommy.
just happened right there. You know what I mean?
Elias
First
Pettersson,
thing.
you. Oh,
So we should get shirts made. We love the stern or bow or both.
Guy right now, 21 years old, in 68 games, 27 goals, 39 assists, so 66 points in 68 games. Plus minus a plus 16, which I'm a huge fan of, right? Huge fan of a plus 16 piece.
love it. I love it. He's a great pick. He was actually going to be my pick, but apparently, whatever. That's all right. It's all right.
I hope I
got
don't
you.
take your. I hope I don't take your next one right now too. I mean, I don't.
You're gonna get called worse than a pirate hooker. I'll tell you that.
I expect it. Sometimes I expect it, and I'm gonna go young here again, and I'm gonna finish off in terms of my center, my left winger, and my right winger from my second line, and I'm gonna go. And I don't think he was taken. If he did, guys, if I do this, bear with me. But from the Winnipeg Jets, 22 years old, Patrick Lane.
Lane,
he's gone.
and yes, he's gone.
Lana got taken. Yeah. He
I
got taken
thought-
by Rob.
Okay, see, I knew this was gonna happen. I hate this guy. You know what I mean? I'm not Rob. I hate this guy like that. The guy who pulls this move in like a fantasy draft. Like, what are you doing?
This show combines my two loves of life: hockey and fantasy sports.
It really does.
right now.
It really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Oh God! Now you guys got to talk for a second because
Now, if
No.
we talked MLB opening day, I would just fucking I'd have to go off cam because I'd just be squirting all over the place.
Oh, ew.
Put that image in your
It's
head.
accurate, but
Since
disgusting.
Rob is a fan of the Mets, just talk about David Wright for a couple of hours, and there you go.
I can't believe you took Elias Pettersson. Come on now.
And Joseph Horakovsky saying, "Come on, Pove, don't let me down. Time to go heavy on orange and black and grab Coots, TK, and Hayes."
Hey, I grabbed Proby. I was gonna go with another flyer there, but I did the respectable pick and went young too, because to Prism's point, I'm really focusing, really having the core of my top two lines being between like 22 and 25, and then building some older guys around them. So I'll be looking at some of those guys, maybe some of them sooner than later. Sure.
I'm just in a tough spot right now. And I don't know if this guy was
It
taking it.
happens.
I'm gonna have to put him on my third line. Was Alex the Brinkat taken?
No.
Brinkett? Nope.
Brinkett? I knew I was gonna screw his name up too. All right, well, that's
So
gonna
kinda
happen.
up to 9 now.
He's gonna have to go on my third line. You know what I mean? Because I got caught. I got caught with my pants down here because I thought a guy was still there. So I'm gonna be honest with you.
17.
I got
No,
caught
I mean
with my pants
DeBrinkett's a good. He's a good pick. He's a good young player. He's got some scoring upside. He's known a little bit more for his two-way play, but he definitely has some scoring upside, and he's a good pick. He's a really good pick.
He's a guy that Chicago wanted to build around, and why they were willing to dick Nick Schmaltz, who I was a big fan of, out into the desert. So they're high on him, and only 22 years old, definitely fits that younger demographic, Tom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and a little USA born guy over here too, I believe.
Very nice.
I'm
The
correct.
Chrome is right. Hockey names are the best.
No, they are. Listen, there's literally nothing harder than hockey names. And I've always said I feel like it hurts the sport to a point. You know what I mean? Because it ain't easy. Right?
That's why the players go with the nicknames, Proby, Hazy. You know what I mean? You don't have to pronounce them. You know.
They shorten him because they can't pronounce them either.
Yeah. Crybaby.
Wait,
Craw-
what's your name? Landis what? No. I'm gonna call you Landy. That's it. We'll just call it.
I'm just not happy. I'm on my. I went to my. I went to my third line here. I should have just stuck it around for a minute. And did a little bit more homework and calmed down because I did I butchered something and then I lost control. You know what I mean? I
You're good,
butchered.
man. You're good, baby.
Even no, listen, that's a good pick out of me, but I could have went other places. I almost panicked. Right? There's some panic, so it is what it is. But I'm the first guy with a third liner, so giddy up. I don't think anybody's going to be as deep now. I feel like I could go old as shit the rest of this draft and be fine.
I
Watch
don't know.
your watch
I
your
don't
back.
know. I got a couple good ones up my sleeve.
Watch your back, Matt.
Hey, yo.
Go ahead, Matty. It's all you, brother.
Yo.
Yeah, no. Hold on a sec. Yes.
Guys,
double
feel
check
free to
something.
DM me. Feel free to DM me. Names available to fit my roster. It's me and you, fam. Versus them. Let's go.
Oh, Prism. Unfortunately, can't use Lafreniere. We don't know where he's going yet.
No, not yet.
It's only the NHL player pool. That was the stipulation.
Yep. Unfortunately, we don't know where he's going
Yeah, we'll
because
get him. We'll get him some point.
the NHL blew the lottery this year.
Yep.
They did.
Well,
They
how many-
did.
Like a $2 hooker.
It's so many names, Rye. It's so many names. You're writing them all out in the back end. You know what I mean? I'm due to blow one here. Maybe even a few.
I
I've been
never said you blew it.
To try to study it so I don't make the mistake. I've been trying.
Hey, man.
Blow up,
Doing a
Peter
hell
Pan.
of a job.
Grow up. Grow up.
It's weird. I was
Oh.
actually just talking about Peter Pan earlier.
Who's up? Maddie? The
Me,
Maddie?
all right, and I have my pick in. I'm picking a Winnipeg Jet this time around.
This is who I should have just went with. I don't know what I'm doing. Go ahead,
And
man.
I'm gonna go left winger,
You son of a
Kyle
bitch.
Connor.
You're an asshole.
I thought he was
Fired.
taken and Lane was
You're
available.
fired.
I thought he was taken and Lane was available. This is what I did. Shit. I gotta go. I'm out. I'll be.
We,
like
we
you're
I'm
done.
about to be out with you. Such a
Pick Maddie.
How does this have fire me immediately? Fire me immediately. No right. No right. Oh, never accept your offer, Bri. Kiss my ass.
Oh.
So this is going to be Matt's last show because I'm going to go find him and he's just not going to make an appearance for a while. Just saying.
So you're okay. So video evidence. He is threatening my life.
Felt like murder almost came out there. Just me.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
Not
So
a
I
forensic.
didn't say murder. I didn't say
Brian.
murder.
Brian
Murder.
has
I
fun
never-
paying for the funeral, and also to my mom and my brother, who will carry on after me.
I don't know about all that, but I never said murder.
Okay,
I
you're
just
like
said you weren't going to be around.
You didn't say,
grow
but
my
a lawyer
hair
can
out.
make it.
I will grow my hair out and continue your legacy.
I appreciate that, Tom.
Yes. Yes.
That's what true fam does. That's what true family does.
All right, you know what? It's all
I
right.
will look like an asshole to represent you the rest of my life. Sorry, because you're already gone. For the rest
Will
of
you
my
die?
Uh,
Will you die at red, Tom? Just out of pure curiosity.
For the sake of the argument, sure, Matt.
Okay.
No, but sure.
Okay. So now we got that solved. Well, before Brian murders me, it's time for you to make a pick.
oh man, you're killing me here, dude.
Not
You
me.
are killing me.
In case this is your first time tuning in, yeah, shit gets hot on the happy hour. That's right.
Fucking asshole.
Not me.
Oh man,
Yep, I do.
did
I
it
do.
twice. Did it twice to me, back to back. Son of a bitch.
I just saw
know,
McDavid score.
They do need to add GIFs in here. It'd be so cool if when they figure that out.
It's a sign. I got
Oh, yeah.
NHL Network on in the background, and I just saw McDavid score and Bazzi make a save, dude. I got the best team. It's me. Right here. Let's
Well,
go.
I'm taking another highly touted center, so I'm gonna go McKinnon, Bergeron, and I can't believe he's actually still available. Jonathan Taves. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Taves. Taves here.
Okay.
Gonna be my third line center.
Matty Wetkaner, you knew Taves was coming off shortly thereafter. His dynamic duo for sure.
Wait, did I say Taves?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
meant
you
Johnny.
did.
Sorry, I meant Johnny Tavares. I have it written down here as Tavares.
Oh,
no.
Whoa!
Just so you know.
No
I'll take
game.
Taves.
No
All right,
game.
fine. I'll
What
take Taves.
happened? What
I'll take Taves.
happened? Are you
Okay, we
accepting this?
We need to go to the
in.
we need to
That's
go to the
fine. I'll
judges
take
on
Taves.
this one.
I'll
That's
take
we
what
need to-
I did. That's
we
what
need to-
I did.
We need to go to moderation
fine.
here. We
It's
got to
fine.
go
I'll
to
take
arbitration here.
I'll take
Mr.
Taves.
Brodo, you're gonna have to make a call on this one. Does that
He's
still?
gonna go against me. He's gonna go against me. So
No,
I'm not even
definitely
bringing it in.
going
I'll take
against
Taves.
Definitely.
I'll take Taves. I'm good with it. I'm
No
good.
question. I will bet everything I own he goes against you here.
I mean,
Oh, I will too.
in the NFL draft, the first name they say is the official pick.
I'll take Taves. All right, I'm good with Taves.
Said it's the pick.
He goes, and I take days wait. That's worse than what I did. I could butcher
It
100
is
more
worse.
names. I could butcher 100 more names and pick guys that have already been taken 10 more times, and I'm
Listen,
fine.
The worst part is I wrote it down first.
I
That's
don't
the
care.
worst part.
You can have whatever.
I'll take
You know what?
Taves.
Fuck
I'm
it.
good.
Have whatever
Yeah.
guy.
Fuck Tavares, man. He left the island faster than the Colts left Baltimore, motherfucker. Fuck him.
Yeah, he did. That's fine. Taves, I'll take him. He'll be my third line center. That's fine. I'll
It's
just bring
okay
him
though.
up.
Really, I really don't care though. You can take whoever you want. I really don't care, honestly.
Yeah, Joe's right. It is easier to spell.
Still waiting for the
Even
DM.
though that's spelled wrong there.
He did spell it wrong. Yeah, maybe not so easy.
All right.
Love you,
Now-
Joe.
But I think we have the two best spots
Yeah.
when you talk about draft orders, and what I've noticed throughout, like not only this one, but other ones that were done. When you have the double picks, it's like there's something about it. You know what I mean? There's something about you really being able to do some things. So, Pove back up again with Gritty. Where is he? He's still in the same spot. Thank God. So he's not reaching around, but Pove is.
I should hide him in between like my little spots off air. That'd be a good idea, man. Look at the new ideas Mr. Arnone brings to the table. I love it.
I'm just here, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm just here. Whatever. Oh, I
But,
can't believe I did that. But you know what? I'm okay with Taves. I'm good with Taves.
You good?
I like him.
Sure.
He's won 3 cups. He's just another captain to add to my list. Look at the leadership.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but Tommy's right though. I mean, I didn't take that into account. Like it caused me to get a guy starting off with David, which was an obvious pick in this type of draft. I really wanted Nate McKinnon, so I was hoping to go later to get the wraparound like Tommy has. But yeah, definitely number one pick after you get through the first 2 rounds or towards the end of the second round. Does start getting the wraparound. So I'm going to use this one to my advantage. I'm going to start filling some spots on my right wing. And right wing is really hard to fill in these type of drafts. There's just so much more talent on the left than there is on the right. But 2 guys that I'm really high on, I'm going to go to Toronto, a team that Maddie's been taking an eye at with picks with Mitch Marner. But I'm going to go William Nylander to throw on my right wing with Eichel and Huberdeau. I think that makes for a nice and tidy second line.
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely, it does.
He's definitely been, a prolific scorer. He could definitely set up plays too. So, it certainly complements Eichel's game, complements Huberdeau's game, certainly, right-handedness. And you're looking at on this season, 31 goal scorer, points overall. What stands out to me is the 17 power play points. So definitely a guy you want to throw on your second line that could be a solid contributor on the power play. And speaking of which, that leads me to my wraparound pick, going back home, back to Philadelphia with my fucking main man. He used to be Johnny Leclerc. Now it's Travis Konechny. Throw it, Mika Zibanejad.
Fuck.
Okay.
I mean, you're doing it all the way from that spot to me, and I get screwed again. Unbelievable. And now you got 2 fly guys. So, throw that out there to the people because now you're pulling heartstrings.
Now I'm going for the boats. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Fair enough. I did it with Carter Hart, guys. Tried to do it early. Tried to really pull people in. The team no hockey guy, and it just hasn't aged well. But we'll see where we're at in a little bit.
It aged as well as the Atlanta Thrashers.
Well said, sir.
Yep. All right. So now that Rob's done, I'm going to go here. I'm going to pick a guy who I can't believe that isn't been taken yet. He's a little more versatile. He could play right wing and can play center. I'm going to plug him in at right wing because I want him to play with Jonathan Taves. I'm going to go with Dallas Stars right winger, Tyler Seguin.
Great pick. Fantastic pick. He slipped. He slipped way too far.
Slipped way too far.
How old is he now, though? Is he a little bit older?
He's probably like 26, 27.
I'm screwed now.
I mean, I just had like 4 picks to just get robbed from me.
28.
So,
That's
if it makes
still
you feel
good,
better.
man. You know, it's like 2 demographics you want to target, like 22 to 25, and then you nail your 25 to 30-year-olds. You know, that
Yep.
really make the core of your team. Like that pick, dude. And
Yep.
Seguin, dude, the fucking ladies loved him in Boston. You know, they wanted to fucking have his children. There's signs that proved it on very many popular media. And, you know, the parties moved down to Dallas.
Yeah, and he's played extremely well down there.
Yes.
So I can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Tyler Seguin. He's a guy who's going to get you 30, 40 goals a year.
And getting to that whole, ladies wanting to, have his babies, everything's bigger in Texas. So
What line does he make for you, Brian?
He would be since I have him on the right wing, I got I'm actually going to have Rantanen on my first. I'm going to have Nikita Kucherov on my second, and I'm going to put Tyler Seguin on my third.
Tyler Seguin on your third line. Ooh, that's a strong statement right there. That's a strong statement.
Oh, Matty, don't do anything to me here to mess me up, okay?
I can't really guarantee that, but I will try. I'll try my best. Let me see here. Oh, you know what? Back to the defense. Not too young, but 28 years old. Still not bad. I am going to go with, from Boston, Torrey Krug.
The Krugs.
He's a good young defenseman. I like him. Plays opposite of Charlie McAvoy. Does a real good job out there. Wow, he's still on the board.
Very solid defenseman to have in fantasy hockey, by the way. He definitely contributes in a lot of areas you want your defenseman to contribute.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sorry. Ooh.
Especially if you pair him with, if you wind up pairing him with Dougie Hamilton, Dougie can kind of be that offensive threat on a special team, but then Krug's that guy who can get into that dirty area, and he can take care of business down there like a defenseman usually does when they're in their own zone.
Thank you very much, Donald.
So now I'm going to finish off my right wing here on my second line. Because
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. I'm never number one. Sons of bitches.
Poe talked about the right wing, depth not really being there as much. So I'm going to go with a young guy here, 23 years old, Vancouver Canuck, right winger, 16 goals in 57 games, 29 assists, 45 points. So production's there. He gets to go with Ovi and Elias, and that's Brock Bozer.
Ooh. That might be your best pick of the draft right there.
Brock Boeser. Oh, man, Rye is pissed.
Yeah, he's upset. What I do?
It's another pick. He's going to be my next pick.
Oh, Brian's upset. I thought he said Ryan was upset.
No. That name's easy enough to spell.
Whore. Always.
And the great thing is, I get to put him right. We talked about it. Matty's doing a little bit, but I get to put him right with his teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, you know what I mean. So I get that. I get that combo.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't doubt chemistry, man. You can have some of the best. You can have some of the best players in the world, but you know what? If they don't really work together, you're giving a lot of payroll to a bunch of hot bodies that aren't going to do shit. Basically, at the end of the day.
No, you're right. You're right. But now, I got to think. Now I really got to think, guys. Because I could go to my third line again here, right? I already got the Brinket from the Blackhawks down there as my left winger, right? I could go. I'm sorry. I could go to my fourth line. I could go to my fourth line, and I'm contemplating it right now. I'm really contemplating it. Or do I go? Or do I go defenseman? You know what I mean? I gotta contemplate that. I gotta contemplate that. You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit older here, and I'm gonna go from the Nashville Predators.
Okay.
I gotta get because I already have Rasmus as one of my defense on my second line, so I'm gonna finish off my second line, and I'm gonna go with another veteran here. I already got Ovechkin there, and then a bunch of puppies, right? So I'm gonna go Roman Josi from the Nashville Predators.
Okay. Okay.
I like you. I like that Yossi pick.
30 years old. I've always liked them. And it was a switch because I was going to go somebody completely different. I was going to go offense again, but I got to finish off that second line. You know what I mean? I truly do, and I feel more comfortable with a veteran that bring up Rasmus than I do, going with another young guy. I got to have some veterans on my team that, like Maddie said, that built something with, right? So that's the decision behind it. I'm excited because the guy, another playmaker, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about, boys. This is another playmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He does both ends. He plays great defense, plus 22 on the season. Still has 16 goals, 65 points on the season. He's just a true dual threat. A little older, but you need guys on this team that are, you think 8 to 10, but you still got to think, 1 to 3, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and I still got to think, can he play 5 at 30? Why can't he?
Sure he can. Especially.
If I can get 5 out of him and try to just finish off a really good line, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because you really want to have a strong second line, so I really don't want to go to my fourth line for a winger right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, do I go diving deep for another young defenseman, right? I mean, what's Rasmus, 20? So, how much younger do I want to go there? So I can sort of even it out in that way, right? So now, my average age is 25 on that second line.
This Joseph guy should be a comedian. I would say, no, I am not taking Crosby.
It's almost about that time, though. It is almost about that time.
It is, but
break forth the rhythm and the rhyme. Yeah.
No. I'm going to go on my center position on my third line. I'm not going Crosby. I'm going Coots.
Nice.
I'm moving Couturier here. Think about it. He plays both sides of the puck very well. He has offensive upside, which isn't bad for that third line. He'll have some really good matchups. And on top of that, being strong on that defensive end, you can use him heavily on a third line. Just as much as you do on the second.
No, you're right. You're right. I love what you did there, though, because, it's one of the best two-way players in hockey. So when you look at winning defensively and how important this is in this league, you can't take away when he's on the ice for the Philadelphia Flyers. They're 10 times better of a hockey team, if not 20 times better of a hockey team with him than without him. I mean, it's that big of an aspect. When he's healthy and he's good to go, you feel comfortable with him matching up against the best guys in hockey. And I don't want to say shut down because, guys still get theirs, but make it a problem for him, make it a big-time problem for him. Coots makes a problem for everybody.
Still only 27 years old, too.
And doesn't it feel like he's 30, right? It feels like he's 30. Matt, you got that guy playing good hockey, in my opinion, because of his style. Because, it's not a speed. He's never going to lose speed because it's not really greatly there anyway. So he's going to be the same type of player when he's 34, 35.
Yeah. And even if the offensive side goes away, his two-way play won't. And that's the important part, because I already have tons of offense on my top two lines. Easily can use that with third line depth two-way play.
No, you're right.
So, I believe it. Yeah, it's Bry's turn.
All right. Well, since neither one of you guys took my pick, which makes me feel good, I'm going to fill my second line left wing spot, and I'm going to use that to fill Philip Forsberg from the Nashville Predators.
Oh, love it.
I was thinking him.
I love it.
I was thinking him, but then I thought, you know what? I need two-way play.
Dude, that's
Listen, my
a
first
solid
two.
pick, brother.
Yeah, my first two, I got to focus a little bit more on the offensive side. I'll focus a little bit on the two-way play a little bit later on. Need offense. Need offense.
No, you absolutely do.
And
Absolutely.
believe it,
Got to
and
score
believe
to
it-
win in this. You got to score to win in this league, and you got to like every other sport. You got to play a little bit. You got to play enough defense to win in this league. Enough, you know.
absolutely. And believe it or not, hard to believe Philip Forsberg came in as a Washington Capital and they traded him away to Nashville. They have to be kicking themselves over that.
And it was an easy name to fall in love with, right? Like it was an easy name, like Forsberg. Oh, he's got to be able to, right? I mean, there's no relation, but he's got to be able to play. And you think like, given.
To your point, like that was one of the first things anybody asked when he got drafted was, "Oh, what's his relation to Peter? Is he going to be any good?" But so
Yeah. All right, so now Pove's up for 2. Damn,
Yo,
it.
I could be so confident with my picks, right? And none of you schmucks are picking my guys. And then when it's on me, I'm like fucking scrambling. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Oh man, I just lost my whole plan of thought. So I'm gonna keep this one real basic. And I know there's a lot of guys watching this show that want me to go in a certain direction, but I'm gonna go in this direction, and I'm gonna get my left winger for my third line to go with Mika and TK, and this is going to be another flyer going for the votes. And I'm going to go Joel Farabee.
Ooh, okay. Very young, but so much upside.
Ooh,
yeah,
for Vote City here. I smell you.
Nice.
I think it just makes a lot of sense.
interesting.
You got to see how he's been playing, when he's had the time on ice this season. And I know he went down back to the Phantoms, but that was really on account of them bringing in the 2 defensemen. I'm sorry, the Icemen for their playoff run, which I support the move fully. That's what they needed in Nate Thompson and Derek Grant. So Farabee was sort of just the odd man out, but you knew he'd be the next up. And he's really, and there's a lot of talent pool in our Philadelphia Flyers, and he's the one that, similar almost like Philip Myers on the defense, it doesn't get talked about enough in terms of just the excellence and what he does well on the ice time and time again. You see it throughout the organization. You credit John Riley, a developmental coach that we've had on this program in the past, for that. And I feel confident, even if I'm reaching a little bit, that's my guy, Farabee, right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently Joseph Horkowski saying you're reaching.
I was on a different screen, Joe. I'm ignoring you.
He's saying Farabee. Okay, Howie Roseman.
you wanted me to go Frost before over Farabee. How am I supposed to pick a guy that hasn't played a game in the NHL over a guy that has? I mean, you could say Frost is maybe more talented. Maybe he's on my queue. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Let's put that. Let's
see.
put the talent in the air quotes because we don't really know yet. They're still so young. We don't know what they're going to be at
Look
this
at
point
the-
in time.
You look at the numbers, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, like Farabee is a good pick there. Obviously a good young, left winger, only 20 years old. So that's certainly building for the future. And it goes well with, I'm going young again on the defense as well with my wraparound pick. And I'm going to go with a New York Ranger to keep Mika company. And I'm going to go with Adam Fox.
Adam Fox. Yeah, Adam Fox. You're right. Yeah, that's a great pick. He was highly talented after Carolina put him on the block. A lot of teams went after him, so he's a big talent.
Plus
He's
22.
be real good.
To equal Yossi's plus 22, Adam Fox has done that this season while putting up 42 points. Again, 13 of those points on the power play. I think he's a good second defenseman to build for the future.
Absolutely.
And then you can wrap in some veterans around. Now I got a core of Proby, Kyle Mocker, and Adam Fox. I like that a lot.
Absolutely. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
But I think my pick is going to make my defense a little scarier as well.
Ew.
So I'm going to go with a Toronto Maple Leaf here. I'm going to go with Morgan Riley.
Okay. Okay.
Pair him up with Alex Petrangelo on my second pairing.
I see. Makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to have those two working together.
Absolutely does.
Yep.
Absolutely does. So when Ryan gets that in, we now move on to Maddie. Now, Matt,
Okay.
where are you at now? Are you moving on to your? Are you now on your third line?
I started my third line, and I started with Coots' last pick on the center. So now I'm going to start off my third defensive pair. And my third defensive...
Don't.
I'm going New York. Not Islanders, but Rangers.
Wow, 2 New York defensemen taken here.
24 years old, Anthony D'Angelo.
That's a good one. I
South
like
Jersey.
D'Angelo.
South Jersey native as well.
Yep.
Perfect. Hometown flavor.
I mean, this makes it easy on me here because 2 guys that I had queued are still available, and a lot of guys I have queued are still available. But I'm going to go with a former number 1 pick here in the draft, a guy right up the turnpike, however you want to say it, and that's Nico
Hersher.
Hersher.
He's here.
Here. But, former number 1 pick, 21 years old. So now he's going to lead my third line, right? Third line. Okay, sure, first season, or no, what's this? How many games? He's played 208 games, right? And he's still doing 21 years old. So still room, obviously, to develop, but the talent's there. And for the sake of what we're trying to accomplish here, he fits that mold, right? Totally fits that mold. So I went young there for my third line. Now I'm going to go on my wraparound here. A little bit older, but not older. still a young guy, and he plays for the Golden Knights. I don't think anybody from Vegas has been taken in this draft.
Not yet.
And that's Shea Theodore, 24-year-old defenseman. He's going to lead my third line defense now. So not only did I went out, I addressed two spots on my third line, 2 big spots in the center in Nico, and then come back with Shea Theodore. I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm the youngest team in the damn backyard. Let's eat. I don't know. I mean, in 8 years, I could be winning. 5 years, I could be winning so many cups. Maybe 4. Maybe this year.
I can't hate that Shea Theodore being a Ducks prospect at one point. High offensive upside, real solid defenseman. Had to trade him, no spot for him. Otherwise, he'd be playing for us right now. But yeah, it is what it is. I hate seeing him in that uniform, but that's a great pick.
Okay.
All right. Now we go back to Maddie, right?
Yes. All right. So for me, I'm gonna finish out my goaltender. For my backup, I'm gonna go a little older here, only because that way, if worse comes to worse, if Connor's not feeling it that night, you can go to him, and he should be able to take care of business. And I am going to select from the New York Islanders, Semyon Varlamov to be my backup.
You're loving the Islanders talk.
No. I
You
was
are
picking
out.
Rangers earlier.
No, but you're just New Yorked up. You're up there.
That pick made me vomit in my mouth a little bit, Maddie. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh man, I can't believe my next pick is still on the board. I'm surprised nobody's taken him yet. So I don't think anybody's taken one of these guys yet. I'm going to take a Pittsburgh Penguin here. My 4th line center, the best player in the game today, right now, Sidney
Not
Crosby.
true. Not true.
Oh, absolutely, it's true.
Not true. He's not the best player in the game.
He's the best player in the game right now. He's the best
No.
all-around player in the game right now.
That's not true.
That is very true. He makes
That's not
everybody around him better.
That's not true.
How's it
That's
not true?
No. True. He makes everybody around him better, but he's not the best player in hockey right now.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Still ain't.
You make an argument second. You make an argument top 5. I buy into all that. I'll buy into all that for what he's done. You know what I mean? For what he's done over his career, I'll buy into every bit of that, but not buying into the best player in hockey. I mean, Alex, if you just want to make an argument him versus Ovechkin, I'll take Ovechkin over him all day. Twice on Sunday. You want to play a
But
doubleheader?
But Ovechkin's a one-dimensional player. You shut him off. You keep him off the scorecard. It's game over.
It impacts the
Crosby.
entire game, though. You're not one-dimensional
So
when you
does
play.
Crosby.
You're one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. You're not
That's all he
one-dimensional.
does.
That's
That's all
what
he
it does. You get paid to score goals in this league. It changes the whole game when you got a guy who can score from everywhere. It changes the whole game. You tell me he doesn't affect the whole game. That's like
I'm not saying that.
that's
I'm
like
not saying that.
hold on. That's like Jordan Oriole in his career saying he's just a one-way player. So you telling me the guy don't play any defense?
Hi, Kirk.
No, he doesn't.
I disagree. I've seen
That's
him
fine.
play.
You can disagree, but I've
I've
seen him
seen
play too. I've seen him cherry pick at that blue line to get a couple of those
Huh.
breakaways.
First guy to
Listen,
ever
I'm not
pick it.
taking.
Crosby never cherry picked. Oh, Joe
I'm
Crosby
not
never.
saying he hasn't.
He never cherry picked once in his career.
I'm never
What?
saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying. What I'm saying is, Sidney Crosby has the ability to make players around him better. He can pass the puck. He's got better vision than Ovechkin. Ovechkin finds his spot and he just sits there. He's a one-dimensional player. He's not scoring goals. Washington's not winning.
That's
What's
unfair.
the good-
It's unfair to say he doesn't make players around him better. Like, he steps on
He
the ice,
doesn't.
players around him better. When you
He
guys,
doesn't.
when you score that many goals, you make everybody better. Are you kidding me? Are you
That
kidding
makes
me?
the team better, but it doesn't make the players around him better.
It absolutely does. You gotta now game plan for a guy. You got a game plan for a guy who can score from anywhere. So that takes pressure over other guys who can score.
Yeah, but you got a game plan for a guy who can score, not a guy who can pass the puck like Crosby can. who can
I'm not
shoot the puck
saying
like
you don't
Crosby
game
can.
plan for Sidney Crosby. I'm saying you can't make the argument that Ovechkin doesn't make players around him better because you say he's one dimensional. That because he's one dimensional, he's one dimensional. A guy who's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. So that automatically takes one dimensional out of it. Right? When you score that many goals, you're not one dimensional because you change the whole game. It's different. If you're just a good goal scorer, and that's all you do, fine. But when you're one of the greatest of all time, it makes everybody around you better.
I mean, you can make the argument for Backstrom. Backstrom makes players around him better.
I
That's his
just
line mate.
disagree that you have to be an all-around player to make people better. When you're great at one thing and you're that great at one thing, you automatically make players around you better. It's like the Allen Iverson argument. He made players around him better. You could say, okay, he's one-dimensional. He just scored a ton. Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Didn't make players better.
Yeah, but Allen Iverson could dish the ball as well.
I mean, that many guy can't pass.
Ovechkin shoot first.
You tell me the guy can't pass at all. Are you trying to tell me the guy can't
I'm not
pass?
saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm
Well,
saying
you just did. You just said Allen Iverson can pass.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't do it. I can't. You're
He's
wrong.
a shoot first player.
I was fine with the pick until you said he's the best player in hockey.
He's the best player in hockey.
No, he's
He's the
not.
best player in hockey.
No, he's not. Before Rob makes his pick, I want to know his response to this. And whenever Matty gets his pick back, he can talk about it too. He's not the best player in hockey because I got a guy on my team who's better. And he's not one dimensional. When you score that many goals, you're not one dimensional. You're great. You're great. You make everybody around you better. Everybody's got a game plan for you. He's arguably the best player in hockey. Yes, you can make an argument McDavid may be better because he's even younger too. But if you want to go like if you want to talk pedigree, let's talk about the greatest scorer of all time soon. Okay. I don't know what else I got to freaking say. What else I got to say? Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Cooper is saying it pretty well right here. I'm reading that, but I was bird dogging the stats while you all were bickering there. And one thing I like about Crosby, and you look back earlier on in his career, was that not only was he scoring goals, he was setting up a lot of goals too. His second year in the league, he had over 80 assists in that. And that's a kickback to the old school where, like a Timo Solani would throw up 30, 40 goals, but he'd also have like 87 assists to go with that. That's why they just scored those outlandish points. And the game has changed a little bit since then. But Crosby brought that new wave, this new era of hockey. So if you want to look at him as the package, okay. He is the greatest player in hockey because of his resume and current play. I mean, this season it's hard to judge from. He was knocked out of it a lot, really down. I think he had 16 goals and 41 points on the season. So not a tremendous marker on this season. But again, he was out with the head injury for a while. I don't know. I think when you're talking about the best player in hockey, it's the one that's assisting more. So I think it is Crosby, in my opinion. But I'm also going by based on the resume, kind of like how you would look at Jordan and what he had done leading up to that fourth, fifth, sixth championship to not overshadow like what he had done in the past. If you're talking about pure goal scorer, Ovechkin's the best player in the league. I just don't. The thing that wants me to give Ovi the edge is that he's more a stand-up guy in terms of he'll give that check back to you. He won't back down from a fight, whereas Crosby's a baby back bitch.
Hey, Crosby has more fights on the record than Ovechkin does.
Right.
Just putting that out there right now.
What's that?
He's fought more than Ovechkin has.
Yeah, but if you throw it
Yeah,
into the
true.
stat book, doesn't necessarily mean he actually threw a punch. He could have just gotten the shirt.
No, I've seen him throw punches.
He's
You
mixed
say
them
what
up
you
a
want.
little bit. I mean, you can mix up a little bit. I'm talking more in the forechecking game, I guess. You know what I mean? But you make
Yeah.
a good point with
I
that.
just
But
one more thing, and then Rob, please pick. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to
Yeah.
get too. It's a fun argument, but
yeah,
like I understand how important it is to dish the puck and stuff. But when,
Right.
like I understand Crosby's resume and winning means everything, right?
right,
When we're talking about like going to be the greatest of all time at something,
right.
right? Like that just trumps a lot of things. Like if he's fifth on the list, fine. Crosby's better. He's not going to be fifth. He's going to be one. I'm getting one over the best player of all time. Over the best player of all time. So that's the only reason, Bri. Everything else about Crosby is better. The overall skill, you know what I mean? I agree with that. But at this point in their career, Ovechkin has an edge because he's still playing at a high level.
And he can up that resume. If he passes Gretzky, my answer might be different because now he has a cup now too.
Hey, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Ovechkin because he is even though he hasn't passed Gretzky yet, he is the greatest pure goal scorer in hockey right now. But hockey isn't just about scoring goals; it's about doing all the other intangibles as well. And Crosby's better at the intangibles.
Right,
Absolutely.
Right.
Go ahead, Robbie, where you reach right now.
This is on me now, man. It got back to me fast, man. That's cool. We're rounding out this draft here. I got to go with my old head. You guys have been drafting some old heads. Maybe I should have grabbed this guy before a Joel Farabee. Maybe I did have my Howie Roseman moment. But you know what? This is a fucking left wing factory over here. So I wanted Farabee. Now it's time to go back to the center ice position. And I'm going with a guy that I pray to God none of you guys said while I was, visiting the water closet over there. I'm going to go with Tinkling. I'm going to go with Steven Stamkos to be my fourth line.
Nope, nobody has him.
Nobody said Stamkos.
No,
Word.
I mean, there was a Q talk, but that's about it.
Nice. Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, still is dynamite. Can put the biscuit in the basket. Do I need to say anything more about taking Steven Stamkos? You want to talk about best player in hockey? If maybe Tampa Bay Lightning could get him a cup, he could be into the conversation. You look at his lifetime stats, still only 30 years old, so he's got some playing time left to go. But 422 goals in 803 games, so over a half a goal per game pace. 832 points, 297 of them on the power play. Stamkos, maybe taking a page out of Maddie's book with riding the lightning.
Hey, listen,
little Metallica reference there, baby.
Think about
Gotta
this.
love it.
He's missed a lot of time due to injury as well, and he's still at 800 points. So
Right,
imagine
right.
where he could be if he didn't spend a lot of time hurt early in his career.
That's a very solid point. That's a very solid point. And for the wraparound, just because want to get through these picks here. Is it another 88? Am I going for it? No, you're too old. Brent Burns is too old and his beard's too long. Cut your hair, hippie.
It's all scraggly now. It doesn't look good.
I think his best years are definitely behind him.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a guy a little bit shorter in the tooth, a 33-year-old, and a guy that could really be my defensive captain, my veteran, and that's a Pittsburgh Penguin and Chris Letang.
Ah, I thought you were gonna go Brent Burns' line mate.
I was looking at him too. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good pick. I like that one. That was a little. I had my eye on him, but I don't have him written down here. But it's a good pick. I like that one.
Yeah, 15 goals, 44 points. He's still a good offensive threat, defensively responsible, good leader. I could put him. I could put him on my second pairing with Adam Fox, or I could even have him on my third line. So that way I could put him on the right side. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to put him on the third, on the right side. Try to keep that trend going.
It's
And
all
here
right.
wait for it. Wait for it. Brodo, Kris for Chris. He has it spelled the regular way.
Oh, the right way.
I had to do it. It was too easy. All right, Brian, go ahead.
All right, I'm just going to add another sniper to my right wing, and I'm going to take St. Louis Blues right winger Vladimir Tarasenko.
Vladimir Tarasenko? Nice. I was thinking about picking him earlier, but I don't know why. I guess I went against my initial instinct. But still, great pick, though.
Oh yeah, scoring. That's what I'm all about, especially on the right wing. I got all my snipers there.
A Ducks fan all about scoring? Surely you jest. But anyway, what? Be happy. Your team scores a lot.
Wish I scored a lot, but whatever. That's a story for another day.
All right. So, my turn. Okay. Mine is from the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay.
He's got they don't have him labeled in a specific position. So that means I can actually have flexibility with him on my line. So putting him at the wing, I'm going with Sebastian Aho.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Nice.
They actually have him labeled as a center on my list here.
They do?
But, yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's a versatile player that can play the wing as well.
Okay, cool. So then I can put him with the wing with Coots.
All right, so now I'm up for the old back-to-backer. Got plenty of players queued up here. So now it's just, what direction do I go? Where was I at here? I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna handle my right wing for my third line, and I'm gonna go from the Carolina Hurricanes. Andrei Savenkov.
Svechnikov,
That's the cough. Okay. So, 68 games, 24 goals, 37 assists, 61 points. So, and another puppy, right? Another puppy to the squad. The puppies continue. And then I'm going to finish off my defense on my third line with Neil Pionk from the Winnipeg Jets. I don't think he was taken, right? I think I'm clear on that one, unless I missed it. Right?
No, he was not taken.
Mm-hmm. So now my third line officially taken care of with Pionk and Savenkov. Is that how it is, Bri?
Svechnikov.
That's the cough. Sneshikov.
Svechnikov.
Regardless, we're Gooch. So there's my back-to-backers.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Back-to-back for the people. And we're feeling good over here. I mean, we're feeling good wow, what a young squad. What a young squad. Factor in age, it gets a little crazy.
Mm-hmm. It can. It can.
I gotta find a new left winger.
Well, you might have to find a lot of things. So I got a lot queued up over here, babe.
I'm sure you do.
All right, you don't want to play this game over here. Too much queued.
Okay, so it is my turn. Okay.
Don't swing and miss, Maddie.
I don't think I will here with this one.
Sure.
This is a older player, but 31, so it's not too bad. Columbus Blue Jackets. Right winger Cam Atkinson. Have
That's
him
a good one.
paired with Sebastian Aho, and Coots. That could definitely do some good stuff right there, as he is one of the major points as to why the Blue Jackets stay competitive during the rigorous 82 game schedule.
I like it. I like it. He's a good young player. He's got a lot of scoring upside. He brings a lot of
Yep.
speed. Can dish the puck as well.
And the best part is with Aho being flexible, it makes it that much easier for me to have him.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I should have taken him instead. All right. No big deal. All right.
No big deal.
No big deal. I'll try and see if I can sign him as a free agent later on.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go left wing. I'm going to go left wing here. And I'm going to be the first one to take an Arizona Coyote as well. I'm going to go Clayton Keller.
Oh, wow. He's still here. Okay.
Clayton Keller is still available.
All right. I see what you're doing. Nice
Big
move.
young puppy. Big young puppy.
Little snake.
All right.
Is it on me?
Yup.
Yes, it is.
All right. Here's another slate breaker for you, another draft breaker. It's time to get my backup goalie, and I'm going young. I'm going a guy that, my starting goaltender in Vazzy is still a young pup himself, but a little bit more in his prime, his heyday, the clear-cut starter. And adding this guy to my squad, he can learn from him, because they'll actually meet in my fantasy world here that we're doing here on the show. But I'm going to go with Igor Shesterkin from the New York Rangers.
Okay. Prince Igor.
Prince
I love
Igor.
it. I love it.
And that pick was purely to piss Frodo off.
So that he had to spell his name.
I'm literally just typing in Prince Igor. That's all I'm putting. I'm putting in Prince Igor.
I got you. No, I got
like
you.
it.
I got you. I got you.
Bless your soul. Bless your soul.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. And to follow up that pick, I don't know. Do I get a yay or nay on the pronunciation? Did I get it? Shesterkin?
I think it's Shesterkin. So I think you are right.
I'd have to see it.
The Russian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't get the the young pup we were talking about that's going to be in the draft potentially in the top 10, top 15, but I'll go with a guy that's in the NHL player pool and could be a clear-cut guy to pair up with Vazzy. Also thinking defense, I'm going to get my second pairing left defenseman, and this is a guy again that could score on the power play, is defensively responsible for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that's Zach Werenski.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Zach Werenski,
yeah.
nice.
I like it.
Screw up meter is up to 54, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. And producer
Nice.
Panic Meter's at critical.
Nice. But yeah, he's a guy that he's been very profitable for me in fantasy shares, both on seasonal and DFS wise. He's always cheap, on the DFS, and defensive minded coach John Tortorella. He's definitely improved that element of his game, but he's always had that scoring prowess. So, I mean, looking at my defensive pairings now, I got Provy, Kyle Mocker, Zach Werenski, Adam Fox, and Chris Letang. I'm pretty happy with my defense.
Absolutely. I would be. Speaking of defense, I'm going to pick one up here. I'm going to take one in this position because I feel like my last forward is fairly safe. I'm going to go to Dallas. We're going to go pick a little Miro Heiskanen. We take a little Miro Heiskanen here.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. All right. So that transitions it over to me. Now I'm surprised he's still here, but I think I know why. Because he plays on a bad team. And he is from the Ottawa Senators, left winger Brady Tkachuk.
Oh, so much for safe. I swear,
Thank you.
Sometimes you do this shit on purpose.
I mean, yeah, but that's beside the point. The point is,
it's like the 7th time you've done this to me tonight.
Awesome. Then I have done well today, folks. I have done my
God,
job.
I hate you. I hate you. All right.
Oh,
Left wingers are hard to find. You got to make me go search for yet another one.
enjoy. Have fun with that. In the meantime, though,
Yeah,
Mr.
you can bite
Tom-
me.
Mr. Thomas Arnone is now up on the clock.
All right. Well, what my one here, 28 years old, New York Ranger, Artiri Panarin. I'm going to take as my fourth line. Left wing.
Did you say Panarin?
Yeah, nobody took him, right?
I did.
When did that happen? I've been right here.
Like in the first round.
No, you didn't.
Second or third round. It was early because he's on my top line.
I went through every pick to make sure. I literally went through every pick to make sure. It doesn't matter. I got another one queued here. Johnny Gaudreau. Nobody took him.
Okay,
Johnny
nobody did-
Hockey. There it
no one
is.
took Johnny Hockey, yes.
Yeah, Johnny Hockey.
Wow, nobody took Johnny Hockey. That's actually not
Johnny
that
Hockey is
surprising.
my fourth line left winger. See, I had another one queued, boys. So I know I butchered that one, Matty. And I really looked through and I was like, I can't believe this guy wasn't taken. Like in my head, I'm like, how is he not taken? Like, am I drafting with a bunch of jabrones? How's he not taken? I'm just a jabron who skipped over a name. The jabron, boys. He's right here.
Just it's another Jabron.
Yep. Sorry, guys. But okay, now I got another one, and I'm just, as I'm working here, I'm trying to fill out that fourth line, which gets a little tough, Now I got to figure out which way do I want to go. Where do I want to go? Oh man. Sorry, boys. Give me a minute. I don't want to take anybody that's been taken.
You should get penalized for that.
You know what? Just give me Malkin.
Okay, so you'll take
that's
Evgeny
politics
Malkin.
at this point. Yeah.
We'll make
Malkin's
it
not
easy.
a bad
Like,
pick though.
yeah, make it easy. I mean, I'm so young. There's no problem with me having like an Ovechkin and a Malkin. I mean, that just allows me to win now and win later.
No, absolutely.
Like I said before, you still got to play for 1 to 3 to make it to 8 to 10.
Yeah, exactly, Rob.
Yeah.
And then that's my
Gotta go at
fourth
that
line
point.
center. That's my fourth line center. So it's not like I'm, that's deep on my team. So it's not killing me. And yeah, I mean, Gaudreau, Johnny Hockey, 26. So that my fourth line might be a little bit older. You know what I mean? And that's fine. Because the rest of my team's so young. I need some more vets.
I love Kirk. Kirk cracks me up.
Oh my god, that was great.
LeBron Panarin.
Well, listen, I mean, grow up, Kirk. Okay, because now I didn't want to do this because we're trying to get out of here, and I got to say one more thing. At the end of the day, I come on here openly explaining how hockey is my fourth sport. Openly explaining it. Still having a hell of a draft, even though a couple mistakes. So grow the fuck up. That's all.
Okay, so my turn. And for me, go a little older here to work with Brady Tkachuk and get him ready to go. Help him get the goal scored and started on the fourth line. Weird to say that. But the man he will be working with from the Arizona Coyotes, Phil Kessel. Right wing.
Philly.
Ryan, look at him.
And the Husk goes across the pad.
I was waiting for you to take another one of my guys.
Oh my God. Phil Kessel's another one that has the Adam Gase eyes.
Yes.
He
Oh my
Totally
god,
does.
he does.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You gotta see it. There's one in every sport.
Oh my god.
He definitely does. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my
It's like you gotta make a parody song with like the Betty Davis eyes, but he's got Adam Gase's eyes.
Oh my god. Rob
That's
we should
funny.
film a music video and Rob is just lip syncing that. Like we just have somebody sing it and then he just lip syncs it in the video.
Oh my God.
All right. So I'm gonna take my final defenseman here. And I'm surprised nobody took him. I'm really surprised this guy's still on the board. Florida Panthers defenseman Aaron Ekblad.
Ah, that was my next pick. I knew you'd finally do it to me, and you did it to me.
Oh,
Dude, I've been getting fisted all night with people. Well, Maddie taking my pick.
I
Ew.
love it.
So many scratch outs because of him. You jerk.
All right, now let's see. It is Mr. Poe's turn.
Yeah, now I got to scramble here a little bit. So I want to save my last two forwards for my last two picks. So I
I still
definitely want to
got
go.
one.
That's
I got
here.
one forward left, and I got a goalie. I got to take. So
No, I can't do it. I'm looking at another flyer, and I'm like, I want to try to be fair, and obviously that's my area of expertise. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to the most underrated hockey player in the NHL in this day. He plays for Carolina. He also plays on the left side, which means that'll fit well with Chris Letang on the third line. And I'm going with Jakob Slavin from the Carolina Hurricanes.
Okay, then.
nice. Nicely done.
He's a plus 30 on this season. It chips in with 30 assists. He's solid defensively. Still only 26 years old. Comes out of the 2012 NHL draft. So definitely it's sort of one of those mid-range guys. And honestly, especially when you're playing DFS NHL, he is just always an awesome value and comes through like 3 times every time I play him. He's just like I said, I could have just summed it up in a few words. The most underrated player in hockey right now.
Agreed. I mean, not a sexy name, but he's a good player. It's a great pick for where we are.
Yeah, it's a scramble. I wanted Ekblad there. Ekblad would have looked nicer. But, touche, I did it to you earlier in the draft, so it's only fair.
Phobias to take Hayes and Pasteurizing are reporting this stream for nudity.
That's pretty funny. I like that. That's good.
Can I take Hayes, though? I don't know if I can take Kevin Hayes. I love him in real life. 28 years old. All right, you know what, Joe? Let me see here. Hold on. Let me do the math here.
Do it.
I do love Hazy just because of the cat of hat.
Do it. You want to.
Another flyer.
Yeah, I don't like. It's like this is great for my votes. This is great, definitely great for my votes. But the funny thing is that I wanted to take another flyer too. So that means I'll be taking 2 more flyers. So chew on that. See, Tommy, you're not the only one that's a stall. You know what I mean? This is a tough challenge. This is a tough 23 goals on this. He's having a fantastic year, 28 years old. For Joe, I'm going Kevin Hayes.
I knew it.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to play him. Let's see here. What side is he on? He's a lefty, so I'll throw him on the left wing. He's my 4th line.
Producer panic meter.
All right.
Love it.
That's great.
All right, so I've waited. I'm going to wait a little bit longer to get my backup goalie. Glad nobody took this left winger from me since everybody else wanted to. I'm going to go from the Washington Capitals, Jacob Verana.
Okay.
Having a great year. Very young player. I believe he's like 23 or 24. Bright future in the league. Plays well on the power play. I believe he's on the 2nd unit in Washington. So I love it.
Okay, then. So now it is my turn, and I'm going to finish off my 4th line. I'm going to throw a little up to the Flyers. He'll be setting up Brady Tkachuk a lot. Claude Giroux, center.
Son of a bitch. Just really.
Mm.
I mean, can you just have a feel on where I'm trying? I mean, I'm not asking for a lot. Just have a tiny grip. This one where the direction I'm trying to go. I got a question though. Can we draft? Can we draft anybody that is going to be drafted this year?
No,
no.
higher pool, unfortunately, or else
Wanted to confirm.
Lafreniere would have been higher up on the list.
Yep, he's cute for me. That's all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, unfortunately, we don't know where he's playing, so
Yeah, well, he was gonna play for me.
Nice.
we were gonna draft him, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna go get my backup goalie. Before there's the age becomes an issue. Even though I got a puppy, but I'm gonna go with a 25-year-old Nashville Predators, Juicy Saros. Nobody's taking him, correct?
No.
Okay, clear. So 25-year-old goalie, 2.7 goals against average. So, a guy I'm comfortable with backing up Carter Hart because I don't expect Carter Hart to come out of many hockey games over here. So,
no, you got to have somebody good that's going to come in and give Carter a day off here and there.
All right then.
and now I gotta go. I can't go him. I gotta do my back to back. I can't go another center. Oh, this is when it gets tricky, boys. When you're getting late now, getting late into this. Can you just queue up the what do you call it? You know what I mean? Can I queue up the automatic draft now?
No, but apparently he's giving you a time limit.
I get a time limit all he wants.
Somebody got put on the clock.
All right.
I should have been put on the clock last time. I took a tremendously amount of time.
Well, Gaudreau's going to play my right wing, so I'm going to go get another older guy. Not older, but 28. Taylor Hall, Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah, I like it.
All right then. Taylor Hall it is. Okay, so that pretty much finishes that, and now I'm up. So this will be my final pick for the evening. It'll finish out my final defensive pair.
Yeah, it's the last round, boys.
Yeah, I don't like my pick right there, but it's fine.
I got pressured in the haze. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have went Giroux.
I wish I could have got
He
Giroux.
is 4 years younger. But if I was going to go younger, I should have went really young because now I'm just coming off like pure. Like I'm probably going to have. I have 4 Flyers. I might have 5.
Well, what's funny is I should have half of Maddie's team.
But because I decided to, take those players because, great minds think alike, I
Yeah,
had to pick
something like
before
that.
you, so I took it.
Something like that.
But anyway,
You took all my left wingers, man. You took all my left wingers.
I'm so happy about that. But let me see here. For me, my final pick, why the fuck not? Might as well. 33 years old, Philadelphia Flyer, Matt Niskanen to finish it out.
I think you got another one, don't you? Because I have 2 left. I have 2. I got to go 2 defensemen.
No, I think I'm good, actually, because I have my 4th line, my 3rd line. Yeah, I got my 2nd, my 1st. Yeah.
It's only 3 defensive pairings. It's not 4. I think I know what you're thinking.
It's only 3 defensive pairings. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm done then.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
You're done. You're out. You're off the clock, baby.
Fuck!
Uh-oh.
God damn it! I feel good. I feel good, but I mean, Taylor Hall sets guys up well, so whatever.
Yeah.
With Malkin, Hall, and Gaudreau as my 4th line, I can't really complain.
And Hall's got
Plus-
the potential, but Hall's put up 40-goal seasons too, so he can score.
He's playing
But
with
even-
guys who can make him. He's playing with Malkin, who makes everybody better. We talk about that.
Yep.
And that 4th line is a little more seasoned, right? I went for a little more season with that 4th line, because the rest of my squad is young besides Ovechkin, so I had to go, win a little seasonish.
Yep.
That's
bet-
what I did with goaltending. I went the season route. I took Tuukka Rask.
I will say this too, by the way. Great thing about Taylor Hall is you're guaranteed to get a number 1 draft pick with him. Because every team he goes to, he wins the draft lottery immediately.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the
Yeah.
ball.
Arizona's up for it. All right, Matt, did you take your pick yet?
I did. I have Matt Niskanen to finish off my team.
All right, for me, I got to go goaltender here. I need it back up. I did go a little bit older with Tuukka Rask, so I'm going to go a little bit younger here. I'm going to go with Puppy. I'm going to go with the next best thing in New Jersey, and I'm going to take Mackenzie Blackwood as my backup goaltender.
Nice.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Like
Kid's
that.
got a lot of promise. He's I think he's going to be just shy of being as good as Carter Hart.
Now, inversely, boys, did you hear about the Devils news today where they hired Lindy Ruff as their new head coach?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Bring back memories of me hating Lindy Ruff when he coached the fucking Sabres. But anyway.
Yeah. Apparently, they couldn't work out. It was looking like it was going to be lobbied, but I guess they didn't want to fork over the cash that he was asking for. They've gotten a lot of heat for the Lindy Ruff hire, and I don't know. I mean, he was always a solid coach, though, despite your fanfare. He just had a shitty experience going to Dallas, so that left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, I guess. But you know, it could be good for the young players there.
Absolutely could.
I just personally put my team out everywhere just because I think it's that talented, and I just want to let people know. So
Nice.
feel free to copy and paste your own teams in. Well, I mean, take a peek. You ain't scoring, bro. I mean, you think you're scoring? Woo! You motherfuckers ain't scoring for 10 years. You guys ain't scoring for 10 years. 10 years, they ain't nobody scoring.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I got 200 goals on my first 2 lines alone.
And I got probably the best young goalie in hockey. So,
All right, that's true. I'll give you that.
kick, save, and abuse.
All I need
can't
is
argue
2
with
goals. All I need is 2 goals. He gives up at least 2.
I'm going to score 900. Not
Well,
worried.
Tuukka.
One more time on my hockey team. We're good.
Hey, listen, that's just one player.
I got tons of play. There's everybody.
That was an Ovechkin joke.
I know where you're going. It's too late.
All right. So now we are down to Mr. Pove to finish out the festivities. He started it. Time to finish it.
That's apropos, right? And I have the biggest decision of my draft after the biggest fuck up of my draft by taking Kevin Hayes out of fanfare. So I have an opportunity to do it again. The 3 guys I'm looking at right now is Nicholas Aube-Kubel, who I'm a big fan of. Knack. Obviously, you guys know this, right? He fits well as a 4th line right winger, as a young up and coming player in this league. I could make a stretch and go for a Morgan Frost. I'm surprised nobody's taken tonight.
I'm an idiot.
And play him and play. But the thing of it is he's typically a center iceman. Yeah, you could move him to a winger, but if you were going to, you'd move him to the left wing as a left. So he really wouldn't fit. So I'm going to take Frost off. So it's between being a complete fucking douchebag homer and pick my 5th flyer on this team or go for the smart pick. So you know what? I started this draft with a smart pick with McDavid. I'm going to finish it with a smart pick and pick New York Rangers right winger Capo Caco.
Oh, Kakko's a great pick.
The cock?
The cock. Finish it up with a cock.
Where's Trinity? Sorry.
But obviously, he was the prize talent in the 2019 draft. Finnish player, big fin. I mean, got great size as on the right wing, playing with a 6'3" frame. Just tipping the scales at 200 pounds. Definitely future star for the Blue Shirts there.
Absolutely. A little bit of an underwhelming rookie season, but you know what? He's still got a huge, bright future ahead of him. He's gonna turn into everything that they expected him to be. So,
and that
it's a great pick.
Thank you. And that completes my 4th line where it's Stamkos center, Kevin Hayes, and Capo Caco. That's a nice 4th line.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I like my fourth line with Verana, Crosby, and Tarasenko.
You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do a little switch just to keep the guys on teammates. I'm gonna slide Capo up to the third line and put him with advantage, and then
I like that.
slide TK down with Stamkos and Hayes.
I like that.
Oh, that actually might be the third line. Yeah, that's probably the better third line.
Okay.
Talk about it amongst yourselves.
All right, then. So, with that pick, the draft is officially over. And it is time to take a look at our teams real quick before we say goodbye. And we'll let the fans come to their own conclusions and see who truly has the best team here out of all of us from today's top NHL players. So let's do a quick review of our teams. I'll start with mine. My first line starts off with center Austin Matthews, left wing Artemi Panarin, right wing Mitch Marner. Line 2, Braden Point center, Kyle Connor left wing, right wing Patrick Kane. Line 3, center Sean Couturier, left wing Sebastian Aho, right wing Cam Atkinson. Line 4, center Claude Giroux, left wing Brady Tkachuk, right wing Phil Kessel. On my defensive side, pair 1, Ryan Graves, Victor Hedman. Pair 2, Dougie Hamilton, Torrey Krug. Pair 3, Anthony DeAngelo and Matt Niskanen. And my starting goaltender is Connor Hellebuck and backup goaltender Semyon Varlamov.
I'm not a big fan of your backup goaltender just because of the up and down play, but dude, you have a solid, dependable 4 line. I like your third pairing for your defense, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll go next. And the winner here, boys.
Oh yeah.
Yep. On my first line, I got Leon Draisaitl, Nathan McKinnon, and Mikko Virtanen. Second line, I got Clayton Keller, Patrice Bergeron, and Nikita Kucherov. My third line is Philip Forsberg, Jonathan Toews, and Tyler Seguin.
Oof, that's a nasty third line.
Fourth line is Jacob Verana, Sidney Crosby, Vladimir Tarasenko. On
nice
defense, I got Charlie McAvoy, Quinn Hughes. The second defensive pairing is Alex Pietrangelo and Morgan Riley. And my third one is Miro Heiskanen and Aaron Ekblad. Goaltending, I got Tuukka Rask starting, and I got Mackenzie Blackwood backing him up. I see about 6 cups in my future.
I like your third and fourth line, especially, and obviously Nate McKinnon, who's turning into my slow crush.
Oh, he's a human highlight reel, dude. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting, but yeah, it's solid. It's pretty good, but it's not quite as good as the squad. Top line, Connor McDavid centering Dylan Larkin and Patrick Laine. Second line, Jack Eichel centering Jonathan Huberdeau and William Nylander. Third line, Steven Stamkos with Kevin Hayes and TK. Fourth line, Zibanejad with Farabee and Capo Caco. My defense is Provy and Kyle Mocker, Zach Werenski and Adam Fox, Jakob Slavin and Chris Letang. And my goalies are Andrei Vasilevsky and Igor Shesterkin.
I love your defense. I'm not going to lie. I think your defense is going to win you some games.
Well, I mean, yeah, I love your squad, Rod. A lot of names that I like, so I'm in love with that.
We're bumping heads, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Still think I take you down, and with everybody else, our competitive nature gets in, and I think I take you all down. And my first line, David Pastrnak, Alexander Barkov, and Matthew Tkachuk round out my first line. My second line, Alex Ovechkin, Elias Peterson with 17 T's, and Brock Boser. And my third line, Alex DeBrincat, Nico Heishire, and Andre Svechnikov. That's the call. And my fourth line, Johnny Gaudreau, Evgeny Malkin, Taylor Hall. My defensive pairings is Seth Jones, Thomas Chabot, Rasmus Dahlin, Roman Yossi, Nico. No, sorry. Shea Theodore and Neil Pignac. And my goalies are Carter Hart and Saros. So I didn't have too bad reading my names, but
Not bad at all.
So Joseph,
no way I'm fourth. No way I'm fourth because of how young I am.
There's no way
he
I'm
put
third.
he put Tom at 4th. He put Brian at 3. He put me at 1A and Rob at 1B. And
That's
Fuck
favoritism,
you, man.
there,
Pick
bro.
Kevin Hayes for you. I should get 1A.
it's because I picked Giroux. That's probably why.
I love you, Joe. I love you, I went easy for you. He's mad at me because I didn't go Morgan Frost. If I would have went Morgan Frost instead of Capo Caco, I think I would have got 1A.
By
But
the way,
he didn't fit on the right wing. You know what I mean? If I didn't pick Kevin Hayes, I could have put Frost on the left wing and Capo Caco on the right wing. That's
True.
probably the way I should have went. But
True.
I gotta give love to Hazy, man.
True. Pronger's best friend in the whole world, Prism, saying, great show, guys. He picked whoever had the most players under 25.
Definitely not
And
me.
I want to see your team, man. You showed me some notes. I want to see what you finalized. Hit us up on Twitter.
Don19 saying, number 1 is Pove, 2 is Brian, I'm 3, Tom is 4th. 2 people put Tom at 4.
Hey, listen,
Ouch.
Don. Can't wait to hear from you next week, brother. Glad you finally joined us.
I'm not happy.
Well, we
I'm not
thank you.
How am I fourth? How am I fourth when you're standing up for all the youth? For all the youth. And you know, I just bought a super chat because I'm not happy. And I donated to the show because all in the A2D draft series, the sports road that I feel I'm dominant in, I took care of. You know, and here it is. I dominated my sports in the A2D draft series. And I felt like my team was so young here and didn't get the credit for the potential future when we're ranking these teams. I feel fucking disrespected. But I love you guys.
The Tom Panic Meter betrayal.
I mean, I did a show last night. I come on night 236. I got no problem talking. Tomorrow night with Jimmy. I mean, and Sunday again. I got 500 games this weekend. I mean, I'm leaving it all out here for the people, and this is how you treat me. It's disrespectful.
So we thank you. Tom Panic Meter now has changed to disrespected. So we thank you for joining us for the last Hockey Happy Hour. It was very pleasant while it lasted. But unfortunately, the plug is going to be pulled now. We know it's coming. Thank you, guys. But anyway, Don19 saying, I definitely enjoyed the show. I got to start showing up more. Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
All right. So we thank you all for joining us for this edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We had fun drafting our teams from all of the top players in the NHL today, and we missed a lot of them because that's just how many great players there are in the NHL. There's a ton. But thank you all for joining us. We were brought to you by Specialized Physical Therapy, but we were also brought to you by Ambuck Services. Hey, pandemic is slowly on the decline, which is great. Some people are having a few get-togethers. Nothing crazy, just a couple people over, maybe a little barbecue or what have you. You want your lawn to look great, don't you? Well, you also want your trees trimmed, your gutters clean, you have your deck all nice and ready to go. Make your neighbors pissed off that they don't have what you have. Make them envious of what you got. At the end of the day, Ambuck Services is the way to go. They're going to take care of all that for you. All you got to do is mow the lawn. They'll take care of everything else. Perfect. You can give them a call at 856-879-5530. Ambuck Services. They'll take care of everything you need to right there. We also have merch on Philly Drinkers where you can buy all kinds of awesome T-shirts and awesome hats as well. And actually, I finally got my stuff in, as a matter of fact. Took a minute for it to get here, but you know what? That's okay. It was well worth the wait. There we go. Beautiful.
There it is.
There we are. This, folks, is worth getting. Absolutely worth getting. All of it's worth getting. We got great T-shirts on there.
I got
what
that one ordered. But the reverse, where it's the orange shirt with the black shield. And I'm going to finalize the order. My man's going to make a special one where it's the orange with the black Hockey Happy Hour logo. So I want to get that 2 pair.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, what did I do wrong here? I knew my comment on HUD NBA show where I said Tom needs to show more love. And this is what I don't understand, Joseph. And I think I got mad at you. This is the second show ever on the platform.
Yeah.
After agree to disagree. So I don't know where I haven't showed love to these boys ever. I don't know where that came from. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean that's strange to me. I mean, I don't know. That's weird. I never, you never would have said it. I mean, I showed up to try to have some fun tonight. That's all. You know, that's all. I thought, not the hockey guy. So it is what it is.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. We had tons of fun here drafting our teams.
Absolutely.
And we did it in celebration because phase 3 and 4 have begun on the NHL. They will be. Oh, he's saying I'm kidding.
Do you think I don't know this? Do you think I don't know this? You think I've been doing this long enough? You think I'm upset with you? I love you. I'm not upset with anybody. So I fire back. And you're right. I shouldn't have showed up. I butchered a ton of names. I picked 4 guys that were already drafted. You're not wrong with your statements.
You were the only brave one to show up, Tom. So fuck the haters. Nobody else want to show up because everybody likes to talk hockey, but they don't know hockey. You know hockey. You showed up. You did all right.
Scared. They scared.
I was dilly-dallying on some picks too. Joe knows what's up. Joe knows what's up.
Break my balls, brother. Please. I mean, this is what we're all about here. You know, I'll break back. We all break. And I can take anything you say. I know you guys are joking, especially when you watch the whole damn show. If you just came in right now and said something and I didn't know you, then maybe I'm gonna spend the next 20 minutes verbally assaulting. But I'm doing it all the time, brother. And then I just want you to know, these are my guys, man. These guys have been here fucking forever. I know you're kidding. I'm just telling the people. I'm just hyping the show up. You know, this show ain't no joke. When hockey's rolling, this is where you got to be. Plain and simple. When it's not rolling and you need your fucking fix, be here again. Simple.
Hell yeah.
We'll figure out something for you guys. So
thank you guys. Thank you guys all for chiming in all night. It's been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we said, not only do we have great stuff for you to get merch on, we have also our great sponsors. We also have some great other shows along with that. Kicking it stateside for you soccer fans out there. Of course, we got Agree to Disagree, hosted by the one and only Tom Arnone, right up there. And he's got his, what would you call it, a merry band of misfits there that talk about anything and everything. That's all 4 major sports.
Motley Crue, baby. Motley Crue.
There we go. Motley Crue. There we are.
Watch it. Die for yourself. I'm not here to point fingers. We'll find out the issue real quick.
Yeah. But we got Agree to Disagree, Fixing AM to PM. They fuse together on Wednesdays to have kind of super epic Wednesday shows for everybody to enjoy. Yeah, just like that. Just like Tom is showing you. Kind of like in prison. But anyway. But also, we have lazy booking as well that happens earlier on the show, earlier tonight on Thursdays, in this very ring on Saturdays. Birds of a Feather, weekly weekly roundup? Yes, weekly roundup, Sports Hounds. We've got everything for you guys.
On the road to victory now. Another Eagles show. Friday nights, tomorrow night, 9:00. So stay tuned for that, all you Eagles lovers.
Yes, absolutely. We got everything for you, from hockey, baseball, basketball, football. We even got soccer and wrestling. 6 things right here covered. I wouldn't be surprised if a NASCAR show showed up out of nowhere.
And Zach does NASCAR, and Steve does MMA and UFC shit. So, I mean, what don't we have for the people? I mean,
got it all.
Besides rubbing you down at night, we give you everything. Besides rubbing Doug, we give you everything.
He texted a donut and an eggplant. What does it mean?
I mean, besides ordering you a $20 fix, you know what I mean? We give you everything you need here.
Absolutely.
I can't.
Besides the tooth, when we send the toothless one over, we're giving you everything you need. It's late.
Yeah. Okay. So with the toothless one saying everything.
Yeah, these are here, babe. Calm down. I'm talking about the girl off the street we're sending you. We're sending you. That's what
Oh,
else can we do?
man.
Besides rubbing you down at night and tugging you, what other shit can we bring you? And listen, other shows are coming. We got just a comedy bullshit show coming shortly. So we're gonna add on to the flavor we're bringing you, even though we're always going to be sports, but we want to give you variety. And I've been in the conversations with a lady, a girl I know, about an all-girl show about sports. So we're trying. I've been trying.
Let's go.
You know, and I know that'll get the boys thirsty. So
Fuck yeah.
You boys are thirsty enough as it is.
I don't know if we can do it to the people. Matt, get us the hell out of here.
All right.
Women
So with that
sports
being
bet.
said, guys, we thank you for joining us for this edition of the Hockey Happy Hour. We will bring more drafts to you, folks. So this is just the beginning. He's wondering where the curling is. It's in shuffleboard and stuff. Midget tossing, yes, we will have that soon. But anyway, what I will say is, folks, we thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll be going into the 90s. We'll be going into the 80s. We might even go 70s. Why not? With the feathered hair and the awesome mustaches and ping pong podcasts. But anyway, we thank you all for joining us. I'm Matt Tsutsuti, the Broken One Rob Povia. We'll see if you found Gritty this week. The Darkwing Brian Daly. And the one and only, no notes, Mr. Tom Arnone. We thank you for joining us. We will see you all next week right here on a2dradio.com. Peace, love, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace, everybody.